Yep. It's the news I like to use. You feel me? So they were gonna take it, you know, back to the old school. Some things that, been up. Everybody been knew it. I ain't gonna hold you. It hit different when somebody that been dealing with them people call them a rat. We talk about Wack 100, y'all. We back on that. A lot been coming up. A lot of different stuff surrounding this whole streets is dead. You know what I mean? F the streets. If you go back, watch my show, then watch everybody else's show. They all talking about the same shit. They talking about the streets is dead, but they basically repeated what I said. That's some cap. That's that rapper shit. That's the shit them rappers is doing. But hey, well, time will tell. You feel me? It's your boy Bush. We back in the building again. Time for the good old reaction. This started with this thing between Wack and Woody, aka YSL Woody. It started with Wack doing what he do. He called everybody a rat, and we all assumed he had some privy information. But now, it's all coming out. Today we're gonna discover his Texas case and things like that. But first, let's set it off like this because I want to see what little Woody so bad. No jumper content. Just watch a little bit of so y'all see what his temperature was.
Probably Jumper's biggest interview dropped in the last year or two is, in fact, Lil Woody.
It's to be expected. For one, it's a no jumper platform. Two, Lil Woody got the light on him. Now, can he consistently continue to do it? Is he going to continue to have something to talk about? I mean, I don't know. He could, maybe not.
I mean, to be fair, he's done probably like 5 interviews and probably 10, 20 versus ones and a whole bunch of other. I feel like it could wear off. The thing is that a lot of people who get into his position kind of like are boring. They just don't really have a lot going on. Woody is like a crazy zany personality. He's got a lot of energy. He actually has something to offer in these sort of situations. So I feel like his superpower is going to be slow to wear off, even as people start to get kind of numb.
I'm saying, like, if I'm doing music and, I mean, whoever's around him and they keep him working and keep him doing things, he'll be all right. But right now, he's the thing.
Right. It's fire.
To be real, it's a thing. That's what it is.
He's a cool guy. Do you think it says anything about Atlanta that nobody seems particularly concerned with messing with Woody?
Just because he hasn't been messing with don't mean people are concerned about messing with him. He just hasn't been caught by the right people or the wrong
Nobody
people.
want to go to jail.
I think he knows that.
Think somebody could get away with something similar in LA?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Who?
Really not his name.
This the dude that's best friends with 6ix9ine, as y'all know, Troy Ave, and different people, P from Quality Control Music. All these people cooperated with the police, but for some reason, he took a stand against Woody because he said, thug the homie.
Okay. Well, you've seen it where people have been like fully embraced.
Everybody watched him get on the stand for like 7-8 months. Everybody watched him get up there and point the finger at 7-8 people, and shit, he still moves around.
Yeah, okay.
Man, Wack, I thought you was vegan. That boy getting fat. That gut looking crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's just real stuff. At the end of the day, I don't think the generation that took that seriously, they're older. The youngsters, because they look at it like I might be in that position one day, or that's my home where we eating together, or things like that, and they just blow it off. It's different. And the older cats, they really ain't willing to take that risk to deal with it because it's like they're doing something else. Like Troy Ave said, the streets is a myth. It's phasing out.
I saw a video, it was like a viral Instagram reel of this guy sort of breaking down, talking about LA. I wish I had the link, but he basically says that he keeps saying this ain't Chicago, talking about LA. And he says basically out of all these neighborhoods that you think are crazy as there might be 2 to 5 dudes who are actually out here putting in work.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
And this is like a big generalization this guy was saying, but he's basically saying that like even in your craziest hoods, it's a very small percentage of people who are going to go out of their way to do destruction.
Shut up, I want to hear what got Woody so mad though.
That's letting you know what they're gonna do. You can't play with them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they get caught trying to do something, they gonna give it up on you. But if you get caught trying to do something to him and you ain't all the way through, he gonna get out on you too. It's like they got this new thing they call them killer rats.
There you go.
Killer rats.
Killer rats. More dangerous than any other, you know what I mean? Any other thing moving on these streets. I think a lot of these dudes was killer rats though. A lot of these dudes was killer rats. They know they got the power of the feds. They got the help of the feds. And they, you know, they'll handle their business if it come down to it and explain it to people like, hey, I had to do that. Y'all know about homie. I told y'all what homie did. I told y'all what he told him, you know. I ain't gonna be the next one.
You know what I'm saying? Just because a motherfucker hell don't mean he still don't know how to do what he know how to
There
do.
it go. There it go. Now let's get into the Woody. What he said in response to that, killer rats. And then we'll jump into that Texas case. Man, this is all making sense. It's all starting to make sense. You got to know when to be when you got to be. You seem like you got to, you know what I mean? You ain't going to just, he knows what killer rats is firsthand, I think.
Man, did he hate me? I don't hate this dude. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I have zero evidence to say that this man did. I just did how he did me.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, The Answer Man. You hear Woody? I mean, Wack got problems. Woody said, I don't have no evidence that Wack worked with them people. But then he proceeds to tell the reason why he think Wack worked with peep how academics tap dance around the whole situation. Let's get to the content.
Academics scared to death of Wack, I think.
Wack 100. Wack 100 is a federal informant. Wait, did you really believe that? What you said? I didn't see the feds. I had to do.
Academics gonna tiptoe around that because he is scared to death of a dude like a killer rat. You feel me? Somebody, and then that know the internet and know how to really troll and really put out a narrative and fuck somebody over. Act is like, I'm gonna dance around that one.
In the feds. I did in the feds. I ain't even hear Wack, cause Wack just don't know. Wack just don't know. But he thought he seen you when he walked in, when he came in late. Let me tell you how
you was kicking it. Y'all did like an episode on No Jumper.
Let me tell you what I did. One thing about me, I was just did me and my brother. It was just 2 of us. You feel me? I don't care how many gangbangs that got from him. I was.
Yes,
he came in laughing.
See that's what Adam was saying. You have all them gangbangs who hit us, who really smack us, because y'all know Woody is. I think when it's back against the wall, I think it's been proven that he might do what he got to do.
He knew to come with that in y'all real. I looked at my brother like, look at this one come in playing to the door. Like that's how they caught and deuces right there. But man, what ain't no real smoke? He ain't have no real problems. Because when Wack said what he said, he getting on Instagram like, bro, you know his content. But now it's before they nigga get
Wack hit you on Instagram since content?
But and to speak for the devil's advocate or whatever, Wack wasn't lying. The boy is a killer rat, so he not lying or fabricating, and that's all we know. That's true. It's not like some of them stories that Wack told that we can't prove. We know that's the boy is really this new term they call killer rat, as Wack said.
And man, you know what? He told me. He said, this is what he said to my baby. I did not mean to. This on life. This hey, I would. He said, listen. Oh, I come to them. Let's do this. Like we ran to each other, and you take me down the street. I said, "Man, you're some clown." I take you. I'm gonna take you down the street for real. He said, "Hey, I'm all for it."
Wait, I told you he wanted to do a skit.
Man, here you go. I forgot you a Wack friend, so.
No. Yeah, hold on, because hey, okay, I'm Tat, and Tat, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm Woody's on the line. I'm being honest.
You call him Unc, that's your Unc all of a sudden. You don't call no East Coast OGs Unc. You don't call none of the older players from the East that been holding it down, good reputations. You know, you don't call them Unc, but you call Wack Unc.
Hey, I was not. So Wack ran into Charleston White. I thought it was gonna be a huge problem. I was trying.
Man, Wack cap. Wack ain't got a gangster bone in his body.
I thought I was trying not to. I'm about to do. So it ran to each other. They did a little wrestling or whatever. Security came in, whatever. But the whole time I'm like, listen, get these away from each other. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched them. I watched Wack and Charleston basically kicking for 4 hours, like talking to each other. Like I was shocked. I kid you, I was shocked. So like, I know you might think that I'm like, yeah, I talk to Wack and I'm cool with him, but like when he tells me he don't like someone, like for example, he was on earlier. Like I'm not gonna put you on because I'm not gonna try to fuck with you.
Yeah, you're gonna do the same thing Adam do.
I'm not trying to like get him upset. I'm not gonna put y'all on the same call. Like,
I hang up. I'm not
thinking these things are real. I'm not thinking this is like a skit.
Man, this is skit, man. These niggas, man. That's why look. I can send you a screenshot of my DM right now. It's getting my DM when my baby passed away, talking about this that. I DM right there. I said like this time, bro. Like I'm really going through it, bro. Like, bro, I was on the carriage and crashed out on you, boy. And whoever we can right there and wait on the police to come get me, boy. This is not the time. I didn't say I'll get because it's on social media. I ain't never getting police evidence on myself.
How do you say to someone that Wack is the police? And I wanted more evidence. Like because
so then what happened? Right? So man, Wack ain't really feel no way towards me until I came out and the video said what it is. When I called him out, the truth hurt. The truth hurt Wack so bad that he hate me now. I don't even hate this dude. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I have zero evidence to say that this man said.
My thing is, like I said, it didn't seem like Wack really hated him at that point. I ain't played the whole interview. I ain't see it either. So maybe he did get more into it and start violating at the end. But what he called him a killer rat, and that's what he is. I'm sorry.
That's it. But when I said it, they hate me so bad that you willing to take my vulnerable moment and try to. That's why I said, I laughed at it, bro. Nigga, my son came to the world for 2 months and became a king, and you been in the world 50-some years and you still a peasant. You still a nobody that's on it at the platform and let Adam 22 die at you in every which way. So at the end of the day,
he's saying he got more clout in the streets than Wack 100, more credibility than Wack 100, more emotion in these streets than Wack 100, and that's an argument because you know, Wack, like we already see what's going on. The clubhouse shit kind of fizzling out. His exposes thing, I think that's fizzling out too. And Wack, all he got really is Adam 22, and I'm surprised that shit's still going. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy it is, whatever, but I'm surprised it's still going. You feel me? Because we know how both of them get. I'm sure they probably hate each other by now.
Respect these, bro, because guess what? They actually show you who they are. They actually show you who they are.
Wait. So you don't Wack a police? Because I be hearing.
Yeah, I do.
You think you're working with police?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because if you were working with the police, why he I mean, when people say I'm a snitch, I'm like, because I know I'm not. I don't care what nobody feels, what nobody has to think. I don't care. because that's who I am as a person. Wack, on the other hand, he's so mad. It's like I must money. You feel me? Then guess what? Then police chasing my head down, GAP. So I ain't never got pulled over by Joy State Patrol a day in my life. And my probation officer called me. She said, hey, Mr. Copeland. I said, hey. She said, you ain't no lie. There ain't nobody here.
And that's been going on allegedly with a lot of people. They say Wack been putting them people on them, putting them alphabet boys on them. And I'm gonna say, yeah, Woody do got more emotion than Wack on these internet streets. Sadly, it's crazy, but it's true.
I said, no, I just said you were the police. That ain't no thing, is it? She said, oh, well, people been calling in on you, telling us, making reports saying you've been throwing people online. I said, you got to
Are you talking about Wack 100?
I don't want to go back to jail, bro.
Okay,
Oh, my thing is,
the only reason I ask you because like I feel like sometimes because I have Wack, I call him. I ain't gonna lie, I call him like my third instant. And I'm a call, but I'm call.
You call uncle to get permission.
Like people be telling me, you should know he's a police, and I'm like, how the hell would I know somebody's police?
Oh, we about to get him.
Okay,
you gotta give me the blueprint. How the hell did I know?
Okay, this is no version of police. When you taking real street business, put it on social media, knowing that the police is investigating.
Damn, that's a good one. That's one. That's one example. Let's go.
You're helping the police with their investigation. But let me go into more details when I say that. This goes for everybody. This goes for rappers, street. This goes for any person that's putting out crimes that hold no justification that people getting indicted off of. So when everybody on the snitch, right? Mm-hmm. I look at like everybody on social media snitch. You have to do. Once y'all start doing stuff and doing these cases, but the police on them and just watch it out and then get y'all do and bring it up in court. See your name come up in the little wide 30 minutes now. I'm not calling you a police though, because I know that you ain't come from that field that we came from. So you may not understand what it is that you did that caused this young man his freedom.
Here would be my response.
But let's think about this though. What do you think statement Wack was making when he became buddy with 6ix9ine, people like Troy Ave, screaming the streets is a myth? We all everybody went over this, but we gonna break it all down in chronological order. You feel me? What was he doing there? He's setting that example to where it's like, yeah, it's cool to fuck with the rats, nigga. Yeah, it's cool. and that set a trend too. Little do you know it, that set a trend in the streets, to where it became certain, not in the streets, let me not say that, on the internet and things like that, in this entertainment business, not the streets, to where it became a thing. And that's even more reason for them to say F the streets. But they got a lot of hot water for that. That shit ain't looking too good for them. That ain't gonna age well. I did the show yesterday. They're all doing it today, but that's another story. Let's go.
I have one of the biggest media hip hop platforms. I believe anytime I'm on live, HSI, FBI, ICE, DEA, ATF, they're all watching in some capacity. Now, again, obviously I'm not trying to set no one up to go to jail. That's not
no. I'm gonna tell you why.
But the platform itself.
I'm gonna just say, let me tell you why. Because you ain't out there in the streets hanging with you for you to be on their business. You tell you the business, and you get paid to report it. So they want to brag about their crimes. Okay, you're jail time. Okay, so I'm not calling you a snitch. I'm not disrespecting you. Let me take that. I apologize. And I'm saying it because if you're not in that neighborhood while you crying and taking place, and then you go on social media and say, "Oh yeah, I'm just out here and old block with King Bun," and they just
don't do that though.
Oh, Wack do way worse.
What? You don't know.
Yeah, Wack do way worse.
fighting against your boy. They fighting against your boy. My bad. That's crazy as hell. But I gotta bring that back a little bit because he did do way worse. You heard academics defending Wack ain't do none of that. He said, nigga, he did way worse.
And I'm saying that because if you're not in that why these guys are being taken place and you go on social media and say, oh yeah, I'm just out here and with King Bun and they just
What?
that way. What? Yeah, wait, way worse. Yeah, talk about it. They had the big use place.
You said he had no idea Big U was doing all that. You said when Big U used like drugs.
I'm still like trolling that they want, bro.
No. He said so. Big U got charged for extortion and a murder. But let's stick with extortion.
Man, if somebody don't come on now. Y'all seen the whole setup with the Big U. Everybody that dumb, deaf, and blind seen that. Wack and Loose worked together and they built the case on that boy. You feel me? They helped. They was going for it. They knew they knew he was going down. It's like Wack knew because he probably, I don't know. It's like he knew though, and he was building it up, getting the people ready for it, getting everybody prepared for it.
Now, I've heard people say, yo, I know the first time I ever talked to Wack, I thought he was going to try to extort. He did.
That ain't no game. Y'all stuck in that fuck nigga fool y'all. I bet you, bro. If Wack won't gun to them, tell Wack come out here.
He's moving around recently, right? It's moving there he comes.
He can't hit one time, right? And then I text his phone and said, be careful how you move. They said, I'm not hearing them. I ain't reply to it no more. I ain't you playing around out here, boy. You saying you be smiling in their face, they don't like you. These in the gonna get your ass up and man, yo, get another page and we gonna beat that. Keep playing. This is a real world we living in, bro. Like
I feel Wack moves around. He has a method to his madness.
Hey, them. You ain't the street, bro. Don't be fooled by what you thinking is moving around, bro.
All academics is thinking about is the internet. Yeah, he got a method through his madness with the internet because he managed to get his name, moving and bigger on the internet. But he, like Rudy said, don't try to. He don't know what he's doing. He's a fan, I think. That's how he moving. Academics looking at him from an internet standpoint, like, oh, he popped off. But you heard Adam say Woody's interview was the biggest that they had. Wack be there every week. This shit, is dying down. Woody interview, he step in one time, get everybody paid.
If I tell Wack, yo, even to I'll tell my student. My student is a secure place, okay? Like, this is not the place you come to go do some dumb shit. If I say, yo, we're gonna meet at 1, Wack might be there at 12. Like he's kind of surgical with this shit. I understand why. Come
to them.
I heard you outside.
Nigga, I'll pay for your flight, and I'm gonna come pick you up in my train called 8 Airport. You ain't got to get a nigga. Come here with me. Let me show you where outside here, bro. And look, don't worry, we don't get pulled over by the police. They gonna search the car, they gonna let it go. Good.
Wait, did you car this?
Nah, they don't search my car. Oh, they did. So let me tell you.
That's how Wack move around LA.
Man, no, he don't. Listen, man. When Wack came in no jumper, he thought he girl with you, right?
Yeah, I got you. That's R&B, the queen.
Yeah. This is how you know you're in the presence of real street when you start schooling. And girls over there laughing everything in. They came out my mouth. That's my brother in my life. That's called Adam 22. What girl was so locked in on this? Man, my brother could have did.
All right, Joe, there it is. I don't think there's any doubt that Wack is going to respond to this.
Whoa.
And because they're in the
shout out to Answer. Yeah, man. He probably ain't going to really give no opinion on it because, he stay away from things like that. But shout out to the channel. Y'all heard it. Salute. We're going to get, Salute smoked out. I think we're going to get into some of your content and shit. You feel me? We already know y'all been screaming it for years, but it's all coming together. It's the way the boy move, man. It's all in the way he move. If he really peep it, a lot of people, like I said, niggas been knew that, but I really want to get into this content, break it on down. You feel me? I'm just getting my feet back wet on this shit, but what makes sense makes sense. I can't sit up here and play and lie. Cat, what channel is this? But we all know, shout out to Smoked Out, they the first ones to really dig deep into it. Lamonte and them, Cali, you feel me?
Said what you said. If you mean what you said, then stand on it. Don't stand on it. Don't stand on it. Don't stand on it. What?
We all knew it. He created this environment to where right now, where they saying, how to F the streets. He created that environment the day he started dissing Pop, dissing Nipsey, dissing the legends, then rocking with a person like 6ix9ine, hooking Kodak Black up with 6ix9ine, making him feel like he halfway official again, dealing with Troy Ave, but not dealing with these people, being selective with who you want to deal with, making it natural and cool for for a guy to tell on everybody to come out and just be all in your face. That was Wack, single-handedly, that man.
You said what you said. If you mean what you said, stand on it. Don't stand on it.
Stand on it, media. We make you stand on it. Tell the truth because it's a demand for it.
I don't know what that means. I don't listen to this stuff, so we're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna get the content right now, man. Salute to my Stand on the Media family. Thank y'all for supporting your boy, man. I appreciate everything y'all do. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all. Let's get to the content though. Stand on the Media. Let's go.
We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go. You're looking for that fire clubhouse content.
I even heard Ray Gibbs playing, and I don't know if he's still. Niggas gonna look up and they're gonna be on the wrong side of history, though. I know that.
Subscribe to the home at your clubhouse TV. Let's get the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block.
It's a dangerous world, bro. Man, voice it up. It's like
I think he gonna speak on his case, and then they're gonna show you where he got caught up in the lie at. You feel me? But shout out Smoked Out TV and all that. Scandalous Los Angeles, Lamonte, all them dudes.
if you're successful and you don't give the knowledge back, they say you selfish. But if you're successful and show that you're successful and speak about how you got your success, they call you arrogant, create enemies that you don't know why. And now you become a target.
Yeah.
So it's kind of pays to just really don't say nothing and keep your circle real small. Because everybody I see stepped out the limelight, it came and got them. On some real shit.
Everybody ain't gonna like your success.
Hell no, that becomes a threat. Now that becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous world.
You got to start moving to different.
What's this word they use? This word. What's this new
where
word
you
of the
going,
last
homie?
couple years they use? They call you. They come to this. Nah, this other word they call you. They say narcissist.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like I ask you, but what is the? Everybody got 50 different definitions. So I'm saying that you pretty much just give them a description of every human being. So this is a trait of something in everybody.
At the core of it, yes. Yeah.
Yours into yourself. Okay. Yourself. Oh, okay. You see it your way. Oh, okay. It ain't want to say.
That sound like what his ex-wife was saying to him. I heard she a real one. She probably found out that Texas shit went down. She like, what happened? You out here? Nothing happened? She said, I gotta get the fuck away.
For being a leader and for being bold. Shit. This shit you praise me for over the biggest things. I gotta be other things. So which one is it?
That's just the word they use, man, to make you scratch your head because you ain't never.
Man, I like, yo, man, whoever created that word, everybody uses it. It's like over the last 3-4 years, it's just a word. It's erupted.
You see, like, if you look at, like, the stories like Napoleon, you ever read any of the Rebel Green Books, like before they lost power, all the war and shit? Those traits of those big leaders that was narcissists, they had to be that way.
I mean, shit, hey, listen, if you call me, I'm narcissist for being a leader, for making bold decisions, for standing on what I believe in, taking a risk in my decision, I guess that's what I am.
He fucked up. He put scratches on Game's career, put scratches on Blueface's career, just for them rocking with him, dead ass. Because no matter what you try to do or say, it's a fact that these dudes got tarnished, you know, and they shit ain't look the same since Wack been pulling them antics. It's like as he go up in the internet streets, in the real world, his artist is like suffering, paying the consequences and shit. But I don't really think they rocking with him like that still. I think Blueface he might be in debt to him, but I don't think Game really.
People think it's a negative connotation to it. It's just when they apply it to, over the last couple of years, they've been applying it to this relationship bullshit. So they say women narcissists, men narcissists, relationship. That's why people thinking it's a negative connotation.
And then you got shut off the internet. Them niggas ain't even look up the definition themselves. They seen it on TikTok. That sounds like somebody I know. And then even call them that.
Let's see if you step up to the let's see if you step up to the back. Check your text.
All right, hold
on. When you moving like that, sometimes you need the support, you need the means. You already know in the streets when you're moving wacky, you see it all the time. These dudes need some people around them that's gonna be straight up yes man to support them because they already know something ain't right. They need that yes man support. So that way, you know, give them a little more boost to get out there and make them feel a little better about themselves. That's why one thing he built that clubhouse for himself, the support group, to support all the fuck shit he be going through and doing.
I beam right up. I got all my Texas paperwork in. I'm gonna go to the Kinko's. Is one of them turn into an attachment. We're gonna run a room on it.
I don't even know why you have to play all that.
Nigga, how you supposed to do it? Don't run from it, nigga. Run a room on it, nigga. Put it up for the world to see, boy. I guess he called it Darcy. He thinks this always that goddamn right. You right. I'm gonna beat my chest out of here.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see me because he hit me with that about a week ago. See, I set him up with I laughed. I said, okay, don't worry about it. So got it. So now we gonna go paperwork with paperwork.
Damn.
You see how you built up that whole thing? Gave you out of context, get the whole room ready. Let's go.
Yeah, no response.
Damn.
Yeah, we need your case number.
Damn.
Can I get yours?
Wow.
I should play that Wacko. That boy Wacko went off, put up his case number, put up the paperwork, all that on the screen. You know, first thing Wack did, try to call him a rat. He threw all that paperwork up, like, clear me of that, homie, or apologize. But, you know, that ain't happening.
Wow. Man. Sorry, stage. Y'all don't even know.
Niggas put all your song.
Man.
I get yours.
That same Texas cable around with it.
Yeah, I went and got all the hard copies. It's crazy because straight to the point. Like, as soon as we go over the work, as soon as I give it to y'all, you gonna see exactly what the judge did, what he did. The arrested officer called lied on the stage.
Man.
He lied. You understand? Like, what's your reason for your suspicion?
You're supposed to lie on the stand, nigga. The fuck? If you understand. Some dudes get forced to get on the stand, you know, and some dudes take the stand because they just natural born rats. But yeah, it's happened. Like niggas be witnesses and straight lie on the stand, you know. What's all?
He told me he just left California the day before on the 15th. And when I got this registration of the rental, it showed the 16th. That's what the nigga wrote in the police report. My attorney on record says, it's a rental receipt. Can you read it to me? April 15th, 2005, 12 noon. Well, can you show me where you got the date April 16th from? Oh, I guess I made a mistake. What just happened? Yo, so now let me tell you what a judge know. He lavish. We filed dismissal subject to illegal search and seizure. That's what the judge do.
We got to throw it away.
He don't
get it.
Hey, no, come on now. All right. So he's saying the cop lied on the stand. All right, let's keep it going.
He don't give us that, right? But guess what the judge know? You just didn't got on the stand on earth on record and just said one thing and the seat that you said you used the right to realize another. Right? So the judge puts, I know what he's doing. He wants to see him get into trouble. I'm on the road. I ain't even in the streets. I'm on the road. The judge knows if the shit go to the next level, superior, what might happen.
Case law, they gonna open up all this shit.
They gonna know, first of all, you for officer, you in trouble, and everybody you didn't book better come.
Mm-hmm.
And judge, you didn't grant a motion in your hands. So know what the judge did? I dismiss in the interest of justice.
I'm gonna let homie talk too, but he said got pulled over with the big things. Cop did something wrong. Then I don't know how he got a legal search and seizure. Allegedly, he just looked in the car. He just he basically saying the cop did something wrong, and made a legal search and seizure, and they threw it out because of that. Yeah. All right. So that would mean that they believed him over the cop, or the cop was so dumb and he said, "Oh," and come on now. But let's keep it pushing, because it's amazing how Lil Wayne could come here and get caught with a little ass piece, and go down, and certain rappers all across the world get caught with, and then go do their time and come home. But a lot of dudes get caught with big old crazy shit, and somehow the cop get dumb with them and do some stupid shit. That'd be amazing.
I was just sitting here patiently waiting on him to say it. I was sitting here patiently waiting on him to say it. Let me just tell you this. Wack is a liar. And you know what he just did? He just effed himself. He really just effed himself. I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he just did
I'm fucked up. This is real time for me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Leave it alone. I was on Clubhouse when he first talked about this. I was in the room. He was talking before I had any idea that he would see us do back.
That's crazy because I bet he was one of them niggas in the room with me, you know. And now look what's happening. The times is changing, homie. People are peeping what's going on. He losing his people.
You know what he said? And it's on recording unless they scrubbed it. You know what he said? He said that case was kicked up in the interest of justice. I believe he also told posted the same exact thing, that it was dismissed in the interest of, I mean, not in the interest of justice, I'm sorry, for illegal search and seizure. He said that I was in the room when he was breaking this paperwork down. He said that shit was dismissed for illegal search and seizure.
He did say that.
Now, all of a sudden, later on, when it was discovered that it was dismissed in the interest of justice, we didn't hear the interest of justice from Wack 100. No. I first heard it from Deuce Sims. I don't know it posted. I don't remember it posted exposed the interest of justice. I don't remember. I just know I heard it through Deuce Sims. Never heard that this entire time out of his mouth until it was exposed on the airwaves. You're lying, bro. Why would you do this to yourself? Why would you do this? Now the people who want to believe you have a hard time believing you because they heard you say out your own mouth illegal search and seizure. Then you went where he writes on his channel and said that was when it came out that was denied. Then you said you got a second attorney. Where's these attorneys at? Bring these attorneys to the table. I need you.
That's not rare because a lot of these dudes is bringing their attorneys to the table to explain shit. We ain't never see one of Wack's attorneys come to the table. That's not, you know, that's not that's not really nothing unusual to be asking them right now.
These attorneys to the table to fight on your behalf, Wack 100, because you're lying, and you are lying to these people, man. And I really think you just committed suicide. And you just blew this whole thing wide open because you said out your own mouth that it was dismissed for illegal search and seizure.
You right about that, but commit suicide, you know, that's a whole nother issue because like I said, he created this internet environment where he single-handedly made these rappers say F the streets. You know, I ain't gonna blame it all on him, but I am gonna say like he helped with this environment of like, it's like he could be on podcasts, podding, lying, capping, calling everybody a rat, doing his thing and still pushing and moving. Now in business in the streets, yeah, it could get bad for him, but he'll be all right though. Basically, what I'm saying.
That's what you said. That's what you said. Now all of a sudden, it's for the interest of justice. Let's finish this.
You know, we just knew the judge told him out. We got to give us our motions to press because we trying to figure out how it got to the trunk.
Right.
Know what it says in the paperwork, Lavish?
What's that?
The officer issued Mr. Jones a learning ticket and released him.
He can search.
Boom.
Go back.
He doubled back his head.
And furthermore,
I thought about it because the rental car said April 16th. He said he just drove from California, and there's no way he got from California to here in 4 to 8 hours. You're right, stupid. But the rental car receipt April 15th. Where did you get the 16th from? You said you got it from this receipt, right? Well, this receipt right here says what? 4/15/2005.
Illegal search and seizure. So you saying they pulled you over? They said, "Okay, we're gonna give you one," and just rushed to the trunk and popped it. How they pop it? First of all, either the things was in the car or y'all popped it for him and said, yeah, go ahead on some scared shit and let them pop the trunk. Because I don't see how they got in the trunk if y'all ain't see what was going on. Come on now.
The act in court. Looking at the receipt now, did Mr. Jones have enough time to get from point A to B 44? Oh, yeah, what it's saying the 15th. It never said nothing but the 15th. What did it ever say the 16th?
That's crazy. That should have made it hard.
This what they don't, they run the, you know what I'm saying? Everything is there. It ain't no. Bro, this how you know the game they were playing. It's probably like 8 to 12 pages for a 6-year run. They kept. I'm gonna tell you what else you gonna spot. You know what else you gonna spot, Lavish? When you know I wasn't playing, you gonna see 2 different law firms.
You see how he trying to explain it further and explain it further and further. If it's the truth, you ain't really got to do that much explaining like that. You drop the work and you tell him, look, leave it. I'm done with it. He explaining it more and more and really going in depth with extra shit just to throw on top of it.
One from Beverly Hills and one from Texas.
Oh, gotta get local.
The nigga in Beverly Hills is the nigga I trust. He the one writing every day. The local is just a mouthpiece for being written for Beverly Hills. Because the Beverly Hills dude is Jewish. He said, Wack, me walking in that courtroom in Shamrock, Texas is worse than you walking in the courtroom. Their hands both. But I'm gonna find a good old boy. To the city before they record what type of case they fight. Cause I told him I don't know this nigga. You know, I don't know if he friends with the DA, the officer. I don't know. So it's like he's gonna be damn near 400, 390. Cause I had to pay both of them the same.
You 400,000, he said, for that case.
Converted to a attachment so we run that up.
Yeah, that little small town been railroading for years.
Bro, when y'all see that the nigga cited me with a warning ticket.
See, he caught you with guns and cited you with a warning ticket. I don't know. Am I missing something here?
Basically profiling. What he don't understand is I know that highway. I know it's a speed trap between people. It's like 30, 40 miles before you hit Oklahoma. He had a weirdo say, they say, these dumb niggas in my history. Well, you know. You know, nigga, I got Oklahoma license, you weirdo. Don't nothing look wrong with that.
Nothing.
I'm 40 miles from the state I live in, going to the state. What are you talking about?
You said it, 2 niggas driving.
Yeah, he even say that in the goddamn police report.
This information could be so detrimental. It is detrimental, like I said. And salute to the game, because, you know, I met him way back in the day in West LA, swear to God. And my boy Tajay took me. It was a video shoot for some R&B singers. And we was just talking. I knew he was with G-Unit. I was like, you about to go, homie? And he was like, yeah, we knew it, swear to God. Because that ride with you was out with Joe. And he was hyped. You know, he's talking about 50. He was really, you know, a loyal type of dude, a soldier type of nigga. And when you see what happened with 50 crossing soldiers, when they feel like you betrayed them, they gonna go at you type shit. But he been loyal to Wack. He been publicly, he been real loyal to Wack. I ain't gonna hold you. And so has Blueface. Cause through all this shit that Wack been, all that bullshit he been putting them through, man.
Mr. Jones had Oklahoma license. With the 2 niggas driving.
Good old boys.
Yeah, but the boy, G-Wayne, he mentioned it. I said, blood, power 500 niggas and told me you had a party to turn yourself in the next day and never went to jail.
Ooh.
So I told a nigga 500 niggas and told me blood on Power Root, blood at a party. Supposed to turn himself in the next day, never went. Popped up a week later talking some other shit.
It's on him now. Send that paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to run it.
Got to run it.
What that nigga on? He mad about the other shit he got recorded on, the apology?
Yeah, you know, he want to blame everybody but himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, my nigga, that's you.
That's you. You
Then he called me the boy was a rat. I said, well, K-Dub's a rat. What? I said, K-Dub's a rat. The nigga you be with.
So that's what you do. When somebody say he a rat, you say, well, he a rat.
Oh, Paul Blood is a rat. Well, he only gave him a description of the car. I said, you standing with that? I said, you just hear what you just said. He gave the police a description of the car that did the killing. And you saying that that's a different kind of rat. That ain't the same rat. Blood got quiet. He knew at that point in time, well, yeah, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right.
Man, 100%.
All right, that's the end of that clip, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comments.
I thought you was gonna play the other part that bring it together though. But shout out to Stand on the TV. I get what he's saying because things change the whole situation.
The No Cap Network Fair Use Disclaimer. This video may contain copyrighted material that has not been specific.
Hold on, they gonna play the smoked out shit for sure. So let me just do this. Let me not even play with it. You feel me? Shout to Smoked Out TV, all that. You know what I mean? I was right there in the room when homie got into it with Wack. Deuce Sims. I didn't want to say, his real name, Deuce Sims, and it was crazy. Deuce Sims cleared his name. You feel me? As far as all that fuck shit. But things is not going away. That damn Texas case is not going away. His shit is dying down. His videos ain't really getting that much, because that shock shit is, you know what I mean? It's like, come on now. Charleston White already topped everything you could say. You showed Charleston White the way probably when you started popping that shit about Nipsey, Snoop Dogg, Biggie Smalls, every legend that you knew was going to get a reaction from the people. You just figured, fuck it, let me go ahead and violate them. They kids up. I mean, they got kids, family. Fuck them. Let me go ahead and just make up some shit. I just expose some foul shit for no reason, just so I could get my name out there on this shit. You feel me? Because if I don't get to a certain level and this shit come out, I'm gone. I'm a goner. So yeah, you already know the boy was on it. He had a whole plan. He had a whole plan, man, and it's kind of working. ATL going for it. ATL rocking with it. In a minute, I guarantee. And it was crazy how you heard Wack talking about all the dudes saying the streets, F the streets, when he said the same thing. You know what I mean? When he said the streets is a myth and all that stuff. So it's just funny. But you heard what Charleston White said, and Charleston White is not a street dude no more. He was a rat too, but he made some sense. He made some good points. You feel me? You heard what you definitely heard what your boy said about it. Honeycomb Brazy, I played that yesterday. Got crazy. So wait, it ain't no more Smoked Out TV. It's No Cap Network or something. They switched it up. No Cap Network. Let me see something here. Nah, that's something different. Hold up. That's crazy. I'm looking for that Smoked Out. They was the first ones on that type of shit. Deuce Sims, what's the name of his channel? I fuck with the Scandalous Los Angeles too. Texas guy shuts down Wack 100. I mean, okay, let's get into that. I really want to get into the direct correlation to what they expose them lying. But let's get into that though. Wack done made some long time ops.
My man looked like he lost a fight with a microwave and still logged on talking reckless. Now Wack thought he was going to coast through this clubhouse convo like he always do. Talk slick, interrupt everybody, and leave with his ego intact. but not today. A Texas dude slid in the room and gave Wack the roast of his life. I ain't talking light jabs. I'm talking fully seasoned, slow roasted disrespect. Texas Slim was in his bag, going off with that Charleston white energy, mixing street jokes and verbal uppercuts like he was headlining Def Comedy Jam in court at the same time.
Texas Slim, huh?
Wack was getting torched. So what did he do? Tried to flip the
He said he a
narrative.
rat, probably.
Started yelling, "You a fan? You obsessed with me." Slim, that's the classic defense when you're running out of comebacks. You getting barbecued and trying to say the chef love you? Nah, bruh. That man don't admire you. He just don't respect you. So let's run it. Let's break down the roast, the backpedal, and the attempted gaslight. This is smoked out TV news and I'm simply talking. Run the clip and turn Wack's mic down. He loud.
Okay, send it.
You scary, bitch.
All you gotta do is send it.
Scary. When you see me one-on-one.
All you gotta.
You said it talking. Wack said send the info now. You wanted him in here, you got him. I take that man personally early in the morning. I told him man to come in here. You know, every time I take Wack the room, he pull up, bro. So I want you got to be for a person.
This
Bro.
nigga,
So what you
this nigga screaming about nothing, bro. Like, I don't even know.
You gonna send the info or not?
Hey, where?
Send it.
Where?
That's a Texas nigga. We talk about your Texas case. This a Texas nigga. He knows something about something. Shit.
You holler at baby boy in a while.
At who?
Baby boy.
Nah, I ain't talked to that nigga in a minute.
Crazy ass. I just holler at him, bro.
Hey, but look though. Hey, but look though. You gonna send the info?
All you gotta do is send it. Or he can come out. It don't matter. Don't matter to me. I'm gonna show him, but I can tell
That
him.
man wants you to come here and did all the yelling. And
That's all he gonna do. That's gay, bro. That shit is
don't try to fool
like
me,
my
sis
nigga. That
ass
shit is
man.
crazy.
You
I don't
sis
even know this
fat,
nigga.
weak ass
California
fuck.
shit.
You know who I am, bitch. You sis fat, weak ass fuck.
Got you. Just
Why had
pull
you
on
out of
up.
fucking 2 minutes? I knock your ass. You gonna send
You
want to do a charity boxing match, nigga?
Boy coming sounding like Pimp C on him.
You want to do
Here
a
we
charity
go with the clock. Oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass right there
I
on
know
the
you don't want
asphalt.
to do that because I knock your ass out in front of all your
No, we gonna put it on tape. It's gonna
I knock your ass out in front of all your
Look,
power.
Gates, here it go.
You a fat,
Here go the
out
truth.
of shape ass bitch. Shut
Here
up.
go the truth now, Gates.
Here go the truth now, Gates. Here go
Can we do a charity box? Fuck your charity.
Misguide motherfuckers. I'm gonna guide y'all the right way.
I don't even know you. Why are you even paying attention to me?
Hey, listen, when I come out
If
there,
I don't know you, why are you paying attention to
listen,
me?
you fat, weak, bald-headed, pie-faced bitch.
He don't
When I
even.
come out
He
there,
didn't
do
even
what
give
you
his
say.
baby mama this attention yesterday.
Yeah, my bad.
He didn't give her half of this
ass
in it.
finger in the booty ass nigga. That girl stuck her fingers in your ass.
Okay,
You talking
that's
to
what
a
you
gangster?
say.
She
Put that on your dead ass mama.
and you talking to a gangster.
Put that on your mama.
Bitch ass up.
Put that on your mama.
Sis ass nigga.
Put that on your mama.
Put that on your mama. That happened. Put that
Put that
on your mama. It didn't happen. You faggot.
Put that on your mama. Put that on your mama. You said,
I said put that on your mama. It didn't happen, bitch. You heard
That's what I thought.
I swear to God, Wack turned his temperature down a lot. You know, about 3-4 years ago, you already know he would have been screaming at the top of his lungs, "Fuck your mama, this, that, fuck her." Look at him now, though.
That's what I thought.
You ain't put on your mama.
Put that on your mama.
So everybody
Hey,
know he's
gotta
a sister
address no
faggot ass
lie.
nigga. On my mama, you's a faggot, nigga. And everybody heard you.
You just blew that bitch right the fuck up.
I know, and that's why I'm gonna kill you, bitch. You just said it wrong.
You ain't gonna kill nothing, nigga. That's why your older brother was fucking your mama. Half his cum was still in her
I don't got
asshole
no
in that
older
ground.
brother. I'm not.
Now get mad about that.
So y'all be talking about this nigga no information.
Get
I'm
mad
the
about
oldest,
that.
nigga. I'm the oldest nigga. Ain't no older brother. You stupid.
Okay then, nigga.
bitch.
It was you
I'm
fucking
the
her then.
oldest brother. You stupid faggot bitch.
And you was the
don't
one
know
fucking
nothing.
her.
You just talking, nigga.
Fuck
See,
that
your
old lady on her
son,
deathbed.
nigga.
Why you fuck your mom on her
What am I talking
deathbed?
about? You
Why did you fuck your
dick,
mom on her
you
deathbed?
sis ass nigga.
Why did you stick dick in your mom on her deathbed?
I know that's right. I know that's right, ho.
Why'd you do that? I'm just asking you a question.
I know that's right, little bitch. Little bitty bitch.
Why'd you take advantage of her taxes on her deathbed?
Ray Gibbs got shit talking about Prince exposed Wack.
I saw you 5'3". I would knock your fucking balls
Yeah,
out.
you keep listening to YouTube.
I always said, I told Ray Gibbs, I fuck with you feel me? But if he keeping it 100, you know, on that type of shit, then hey, that's how you gotta be. Keep it 100 on that type of time. Get on the right side of history, huh?
Three, you keep on listening to YouTube. This nigga know what he does, Gay. He didn't listen to 1,000 hours of YouTube.
You know what
Everything he's saying.
Only thing he does is check faggot ass niggas. That's what Gay does.
Okay, so when you coming out here?
I'm the real OG nigga.
Okay, when you coming out here? When are you coming out here?
Hey, Gay, I promise to God, my mama, that nigga will not show up. I'm going to pull up, nigga.
When are you coming out here?
I'm pulling up the Fat Burger, nigga, in that same spot, nigga.
Fat Burgers is everywhere, stupid.
Pull your
one?
ass up.
That's like saying McDonald's out here.
That's like saying McDonald's, nigga.
When you coming?
I know that's right.
When are you coming?
Hey, listen. Hey, little girl.
When are you
When I
coming?
call the girl, I'm going to call Gate and let him know I'm there. So it could be on record and prove that you are a faggot ass nigga and you ain't going to do shit.
I got you.
Feel
When
what
you
what you going to do? Send somebody? You ain't going to come yourself because I'll knock your fat ass out.
Hey, bro, the day
Send one of them
dictate my
youngsters.
movie.
You better send one of them youngsters because I will knock your old ass clean the fuck out. You listen, man. You 1 year younger than me, man. I will knock you out, bro.
When another nigga think he can dictate another nigga.
When another nigga think he could.
We know Wack ain't gonna see him no time soon. It was a time where this shit was like, oh shit. Nowadays, man, that's what it is. That's the environment now. Wack used to it. That's why he like, that's what he do every day, damn it.
You a dick sucker. That's why I thought I could dictate you. Because you a dick sucker, bitch.
So, Case, let me get this right. I want to make sure I'm
ass up,
right. You called me over here, so it's
he get right. He called.
I could have been dead and
I want to hear the paperwork shit. Hold up. Because you got Ray Gibbs. He said goon to on the paperwork, homie.
You know how many times, every time.
Yeah, but Gabe, listen. You think I'm gonna call you?
I would have been dead. I just finally gave him what he wants.
Look, for a nigga, you
always listen to me, cause he gonna keep talking. He always talk about you. He always talk shit about you. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm finna just go and get him in here, bro. So you can get off the shit, bro. You can just go and tell him yourself, bro. Cause I'm tired of hearing it, bro.
You don't think that kind of gay though? Like every day you come about a stranger, you don't know.
You don't take 2 fingers in your ass, gay bitch. You sis ass bitch.
Yeah, this topic. What man has these conversations?
When I see you, I'm gonna knock your ass out, bitch.
This nigga sound like he got Down syndrome or something.
I know your mammy sound like she got Down syndrome.
Your mammy sound like she ain't got nothing.
Your mammy
that bitch dead as a motherfucker. Your mammy ain't got no life in her dead ass.
Bitch, shut your gay ass.
Bitch down there make round up in a casket. Worms wearing her ass out. That bitch got worms coming out her ears.
That's right.
Your mammy don't sound like nothing. You can hear your mammy's voice.
Salute Smoked Out TV. I want to play a little clip of this thing because it'll be interesting because we know Ray Gibbs used to definitely rock with Wack. I don't know if he still do, but his title say he exposed the paperwork. I really want to see if that's true, and I want to see if Ray Gibbs where he stand with that. If he peeping what's going on, or is he gonna play with it instead of stay with it? You feel me? Because it's all in your face. Ray Gibbs TV. You already know that's been a big Wack supporter for a minute. Long time.
We on page 6. Page 6? Page 6? No, page 8. Page 8. Oh, man. Okay, hold up. Page. Yep.
Then we gonna get back to
statement of facts. Darren Chase.
I mean, a little stand on the
Trooper Chase. All right, quick recap for the story, right? Let's see if we can talk about Dome. So we got the pullover, right? And we initially said it was probable cause that needed to be reinitiated. We were wrong. It wasn't probable cause, right? The reasonable suspicion that he committed another crime needed to happen after he was detained. Remember, we went over ad nauseum. Once he got the ID back, once you signed the ticket and you're free to go, you need a new reasonable suspicion that a crime was committed. That reasonable suspicion is only like a 10% chance. The cop only had to
Crazy. The problem with this clubhouse is niggas be having fucked up phones, bro. They be sounding crazy on them.
get it right, a 10% chance to get it right, and that dumb cop still got it wrong. That was the issue. He could have said anything to reasonable suspicion that the crime was committed after he already said that the perpetrator was free to go. That was the difference. He needed to articulate that a crime was being committed and that he had reasonable suspicion that the driver and or the passenger committed a crime. Because remember, per the details, he didn't ask to search the vehicle until after he already gave the signed ticket back to the defendant. And at that point, detention rules apply. You are no longer detained. You are free to go. Okay, let's put the scenario on its head. What would have been reasonable suspicion at that point to search the vehicle? If he gave the fucking ticket back to the defendant and then he smelled marijuana or he saw marijuana that he didn't notice before. Reasonable suspicion now that a crime did occur. Get out the car. I'm going to search X, Y, and Z. But how does he fuck up? He gives the ticket, the ID back to the defendant, and then asks him, hey, can I search your vehicle? Defendant says no. He searches anyway. You never articulated what was your suspicion to search my vehicle.
Where is this paperwork from? And I can't really rock with it. And because when does that happen? It might happen in Texas. I don't know, but I just can't really see it. These dudes, he asks you to search a vehicle. You say no. Fuck you and go search it. Fuck all that. We about to search this shit. This ain't 1950s back in Alabama and shit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm a city slicker. I'm from Cali, New York, shit like that. I don't know.
I'm not on the fourth waiver. You can't just search my vehicle without what? A reasonable suspicion that something was in the vehicle.
So you saying, Wack, you said they asked you to search your vehicle. You said no. That's what he's saying. And they still went and searched your vehicle.
Probable cause that a crime occurred. You had neither. And you searched it anyway. And then you called the K9. You called the K9. This is simple, y'all. You called the K9.
This is simple, yo.
And it wasn't even a drug search.
Okay. You see what's going on there. You know, we could, on this internet, a nigga could say anything and read anything and make his and spin his narrative. I pride myself, even though, you know, this channel ain't shit right now. I pride myself in listening to all the shit and then coming up with a conclusion. I ain't rocking with nobody. Dolo, solo, bolo. You know how these niggas cutthroat. You feel me? When you need them, they turn your back on you, all that type of shit. I ain't never signed up to be like under nothing, like ever. So, but when it comes to this situation, a person like Wack who says he wrote the allegedly he said he wrote the book up for the YNs and he's all this and all that. Well, we gotta take what he say and hold it accountable then. If he's doing all this, got all this motion in the streets, we gotta hold him accountable for certain shit. That's all. So it's like, wowzer. We got one more video though. This dude, you know, he be speaking the truth too, for sure. I'm gonna find this shit. Hold up. This damn computer, y'all got a different system here. You know, you see what's going on. Ray Gibbs, you know, that's his ally, Wack 100. Without Wack, shit, Wack put him on the map. It's Ray Gibbs TV. We definitely put him on the map. I'm not interested in hearing. We see where he stand on it. We see what's going on. There's one more thing. Damn, where this shit at, bro? Hold up. All right, no cap TV. We'll do this. Do this. Do this. Yeah, I'm fucking rusty as hell. We're gonna get back at it. Come back around like, like everything else. The ruler report. We're gonna check out this dude. Shout out to the ruler report. These dudes been building their channels, doing their thing. And supporting the people, putting out the info for the people. So I gotta rock with it. The ruler report. Hold up, did it freeze up? This is crazy, bro. The ruler report. Here we go. Let's try this again. Nope. What is going on here?
Views expressed in the clips that are about to be used in this video are not the opinion or views of the ruler report, although we may agree with some of the things that's being said. Anyway, so I got a video yesterday, man, and I looked at it and it brought up some interesting things. Now, there's been a conversation about Wack 100 in this Texas case for quite some time. I can recall back on Clubhouse it being brought up at one point in time or another, and a lot of people discussing it. Now, for those of you who may be in the dark, let's try to catch you up on what happened. I'm going to do like a little recap, so that way when I begin to play the other clips, you'll understand what the hell is going on and being talked about.
Word is, Wack 100 and his brother got pulled over in Texas. Nothing wild at first. It felt like a man trying to play both sides, warn the guy he just helped line up, stay close to the fire without getting burned. And that's when people really started looking at Wack different, like maybe he ain't the watchdog he pretends to be. But all this stuff happening today goes way back to an incident in 2005. Word is, Wack 100 and his brother got pulled over in Texas. Nothing wild at first, just speeding. Cops stop them, ask the usual questions, and Wack tells them they're headed to a funeral in Oklahoma. Then the officers ask to search the car. Wack says no, so a K9 unit was brought and sniffed out a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol, all loaded. And here's the part nobody can ignore. Wack and his brother were already convicted felons. That's federal time, off the rip. You don't walk away from that kind of case. That's the type of arrest that ends music careers before they even start. But somehow, Wack posted bail and went back to LA like nothing happened. Then 2 years passed. Quiet. No court updates. No noise. Until suddenly, the whole case gets dismissed.
Shout out to the Rizzo. So now that we have that recap, man, y'all understand what's going on. Now, this has been a conversation that's been talked about all across social media. And there's even been several Clubhouse conversations about this particular situation. Now, at one point in time, Wack 100 brought his brother, who was actually on the case with him, to come to Clubhouse and talk about this. Wack would say that the case was actually dismissed in the interest of justice, which raised the eyebrow of a lot of people. But he would bring his brother to try to confirm some things about the case, as well as point out the reason why he would have never told in this particular situation, even if it came down to him being charged with those straps.
I don't know, Bob. They
Who the fuck is that, Luz?
They seem to think I cooperated to get out of the case.
Why else you gonna call?
But you didn't tell them. You didn't tell them why they dismissed it. Okay, RB.
No, I never told him about the officer.
Never told them about the mother.
I've been waiting for him to go pull the paperwork. The officer sending dick pics to the people.
They ain't gonna have that. You know what they're gonna have? I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna have because the Justice Department ain't gonna
This is why they checked in the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice, right? Because they don't want to say
They don't.
specific detail that he
That's the man's fault,
taking
man.
pictures of it, sending it to me.
Yeah, so they don't. But listen, now, hold on, no, Bob. They don't understand the statement. Watch this.
You coaching them.
I told them I didn't give a fuck how the case went. I wasn't going to jail anyway. Could you tell them what I meant by that?
What?
But I told them I wasn't never going to jail for the guns any motherfucker wherever it turned out. Tell them what I meant by that.
Well, they called a dope dog, and we had it beat a couple of points other than they kicking it out because of what he did. But
let's just say it all go wrong.
How does a dope dog smell ammo, bro?
I mean, that's what we proved in court. But I want you to tell them, hold on, fuck all the dope dog, all that shit. I'm gonna let them actually stand on stage. Tell them what I meant, what I mean by regardless of the turnout, Cass Jones wasn't gonna be allowed to go to jail.
I was gonna take the case.
Wait, did y'all hear that?
You heard that.
Now, Bob, watch this, Bob. Why would you wait? Why would you do something like that?
Well, number one, I'm used to riding my brother's beef. Number one. Number two, the main reason is because you take care of mom.
So ultimately, Wack is saying, regardless of what people were saying about this case, even if it wouldn't have gotten throughout, there was no way he was going to go to jail. So what he's actually trying to say is, why would he tell if his brother was willing to take the case? Now, there has been some type of disagreement or argument on the actual dismissal of the case. There's been people who have said that, listen, this case was never dismissed. The motion for dismissal was denied, but it was actually closed or dismissed in the interest of justice, like I said, which raised the eyebrows of a lot of people. Now, a YouTuber by the name of Deuce M's actually called down to the Will County Clerk of Court's office, and he spoke with someone about this case, and they gave up some pretty interesting information about this.
This is Debbie.
Greetings. I'm doing research for a documentary. I'm without
greetings. I'm doing research for a documentary. Boy, journalist. He said, I'm getting this information.
Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I was looking for public records on the case, and I'm having a hard time getting the records on this case. Is there any way you could assist me?
Well, what kind of case is it? And I'll tell you.
It was a gun case, 2005, for Cash McElroy Jones.
Okay. Do you have a cause number or anything?
A cause number. Hold on. I do have some kind of case number, and it was so weird it just disappeared. Number 427. Is that an 8 or 3? 3. 4273.
Nope, that's not it. Okay, let me try again. 42. Oh wait.
No, 78. 73. I'm sorry.
4. Tell me it all again.
4273.
Okay.
Oh no, it comes
up to a dickie.
Okay, no, I'm looking at another document. It says number 4278.
Okay, let's try that.
That's funny. He got the docs though.
Sherry Jones was the district clerk.
Yes, she still is.
Oh wow, she's
still
around.
Yeah, she's been here a long time. Okay, now what are you needing?
I'm trying to find out. If the case said it was a motion to dismiss, And then for illegal search and seizure, I can't find the results from that, but I know it got denied because the case continued, right? And then it was dismissed in the interest of justice. I don't know what the heck that meant. But I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay. Yes, it says. Now this is just on the indictment. It's just the indictment. This is not on the seizure case. Was there a seizure case?
No. It was an indictment for guns. Can I get that? Exactly what was found in that?
Yeah, let's see here. Unlawful possession of a firearm by a felony is the charge, but it was dismissed.
Okay, and when it was dismissed, does it say how many firearms it was?
Let me just see. Let's look at the.
Because the documentary I'm doing is about gun traffickers to not be held accountable by the court of law. So
let's see here. The indictment says Cash McElroy Jones did then and there, having been convicted of a felony of assault with a firearm on the 12th of May, 1994, in the cause number of the Supreme Court of Los Angeles County, in the case in the docket said California versus Cash. So, but this one is unlawful possession of a firearm. I guess he was convicted out of the state of California.
Yes, I found that one. I think he was a juvenile for that one. Then he gets caught in Wheeler, Texas.
No sign of it.
With guns. I don't know how many. I'm trying to see how many were charged in the indictment. And was this indictment a federal indictment or just a Texas state?
The state of Texas.
Okay.
And it doesn't say how many. It just says that unlawful possession of a firearm. So it doesn't tell me how many. Let me see. And I don't know if they did. That's back in 2006. I was trying to see if there was. Nope, there's nothing in here to tell me. Like the PCI, the whatever you call it, the pre-sentencing investigation. Sometimes they're filed. And I thought there might be one in here, but there's not. And it would tell me everything. But let's see.
Shit sealed up.
There's really nothing else in here that's of any.
Even in 2005, 2006, that was standard procedure for them to file a pre-sentence investigator report?
They had them, but sometimes they didn't give them to us.
Right.
But there's nothing really. All it is a bunch of just regular documents that's filed and some subpoenas, and then they got the motion in order to dismiss,
which was denied.
It was dismissed.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about in 2011 or 2010, right?
Yes, 2011. Yes.
And that was dismissed in the interest of justice.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut.
I'm gonna
plead the fifth on that.
Obviously,
that says a lot. That she said that. That says a whole lot. It's a secret.
It's kind of suspicious. This isn't normal, but I'm just looking at it from the perspective of I done heard motion to dismiss for illegal search and seizure, violations of one's constitutional right. But for me, I'm quite sure if I got caught with a gun, that they wouldn't be telling me they're dismissing me for in the interest of justice unless had some kind of other. Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
All right, and is there any way that I could get emailed those documents?
Well, do you need the indictment or just the motion?
The indictment, the motion to dismiss, and if you have the
He just called them up and got
to dismiss for illegal search and seizure, because I think that one was denied.
And we know that's
and,
official work.
It was later dismissed in the interest of justice.
Okay, let me look through here. Hang on. All I'm seeing, but let me save this right quick. Hang on.
Damn.
Okay.
Salute for that. That's some work right there. Some journalism work.
Okay, let me go back through here.
Great journalism work. That's what them people do.
Okay, I'm gonna send you that indictment, and then both of the motion
I
and
ain't talking
order.
about police. I'm talking about the YouTubers.
But other than that, it's
Paul.
pretty much just basic paperwork. There's
Did they have the original investigative report, like from the police officers that detained
No,
them?
we don't ever get that. No.
Okay.
No, we don't. Now, I mean, the sheriff's office might have some of that.
I'm gonna have to contact them. Maybe that'll help fill in a little more holes, so I'm not swinging in the blind before my audience with this documentary. You know.
Oh, so what channel is that? Oh, wait. Let me see here. Brief in support of motion to suppress.
Say Netflix.
Let me see. He did file a motion to suppress. Gathered by the defendant Jones previously filed a motion to suppress evidence gathered by the Texas Highway Patrol, the Wheeler County Sheriff's Office, and DPS for their actions prohibited by 4th, 5th, 6th, 14th Amendments. Let's see. He wanted any and all tangible evidence seized by the enforcement officers or others in connection with the detention and arrest of Mr. Jones in this case, or in connection with the investigation. This really does. Okay, let's see. I'll just send this to you.
Okay.
And you can decide if that's something you need or not. How about that?
All right. And you said the local police that initially arrested them were sheriffs?
Well, it said DPS. It says Texas DPS, Wheeler County, and DPS Special Crimes.
That's something different.
So I don't know if they were.
Wheeler County.
That's something different.
And what was the other one?
The DPS Special Crimes.
Special Crimes. You know. Yeah, he
DPS Special Crimes. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He helping out.
I don't know what that is, but.
Right. from a state which allows and permits us to bear arms under the Constitution, as long as it's out in the open and not concealed. For a gun case to be special crimes, this got to be bigger than I thought.
This says here that the vehicle he rented it. Vehicle from California. He returned it to the same location. It says Mr. Jones stated he and the passenger were traveling from California to Tulsa to bring back his mother in California for his brother's funeral. His brother had been murdered the morning of April 15, 2005 in Tulsa, and his body was going to be sent to California.
Oh, wow. So
I'm sending you that.
Yeah, so he did. Okay, yeah, please send that. And thank you for your professionalism again. If I'm ever in good old Texas, I might have to, after this documentary come out, I might have to buy you around.
Paperwork. I mean, you know, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Sometimes when you got people on the internet who you are into it with, these are the things they do. Now, I can't say it's unfair because we know that Wack 100 will definitely go to the extremes to prove that someone is not right. Someone is a rat. Someone has done something wrong, especially when it comes to the law and cooperating with the law or something about a case. You know what I mean? So with that being said, though, I guess all is fair in love and war, right? Well, with that being said, though, there's been other people who have come out with information. Now, yesterday I reached out to Byron Blake, who actually posted some new stuff on this particular case as well, and he said that it was okay that I use this content. So
Wack, started that. You a rat, you a rat. I'm about to play some content about how his real character, but I'm gonna continue playing this. But he started that shit, so he already know how it go. Like that's what it is. But you really was, and you gotta ask yourself, why did he start that?
Let's check out what Byron Blake actually revealed, because I think the question is why was the case dismissed in the interest of justice, and what does that even mean?
The trooper advised the driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, that he had been stopped for speeding. The defendant replied that he was a truck driver and always runs about 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. The trooper then requested identification from both the driver and the passenger. The passenger had to be woken up in order to provide identification. The trooper then asked the driver about his trip and was told that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because his brother got killed and they had to take his mom back to California for the funeral. Upon questioning of the passenger, Robert Jones, the trooper was told that their brother had been killed and that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the funeral. Trooper Chase observed that during the time he was running the routine driver's license check, that Cash Jones, the driver of the vehicle, could not stay still. The trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth, bending over and looking back at the vehicle, indicating to the trooper that the driver was nervous. Also, during this period of time, the trooper observed that the car was rented from April 16, 2005 until April 18, 2005, and that they were traveling from Palmdale, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma. After completing the warning, the trooper went back to explain it to the defendant. The trooper observed that while he was explaining the warning to the defendant, he grabbed the clipboard quickly and signed his name very quickly. After the defendant had signed the warning, the trooper asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle, and the defendant turned away and stated no in a low tone of voice. It was at this point Trooper Chase asked the defendant for permission to search the vehicle, and
that they could say that's the reason. He said suspect was acting suspicious, and that's how easy it is. They're gonna believe the officer. Yo, Wack got a thorn in his side, fucking with Deuce Sims, man. Fuck with the wrong one, and now look at what's going on. You see what's happening. His cloud is slowing down. His motion is slowing down.
Defendant became combative at the request. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle, a black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. A further search of the vehicle revealed a cigarette rolling apparatus which contained the strong odor of marijuana.
Now I would imagine if I'm riding on the highway in Texas in a small city and I got this cop having me pulled over, me and my brother, we got a carload of straps in the back, because apparently Wack and his brother were saying that they were on their way to Oklahoma to put in work behind their brother's passing. Either way, I would imagine he would be nervous at this point. So it's not hard for me to believe that at all. Along with, man, at the end of the day, I just would have not given them permission to search the car either. But they ended up finding what they found after searching the vehicle. Now, another question that's in the play is Wack admitted to traveling to Oklahoma. This stop happened in Texas, and the rental car was actually rented from somewhere in Palmdale, California. Now, people are saying, like, with all of the state lines that were crossed, with all of these straps in the back of this car, this would have automatically made this a federal case. But I'll let Byron Blake give his opinion about that.
Now, just off of that short reading, it's obvious that Wack,
and to the point of when Wack said, "Oh, I can't go to jail anyway." White bro, what you did? His bro said he took the case. If the car's in your name, Wack, you got the money. And sometimes the homie can't just say that's mine and that's gonna work. That ain't gonna work all the time.
isn't being honest, and the stories are contradictory. He told me that the feds could not pick the case up because they couldn't prove that he was traveling across state lines with the weapons. Well, now we got the paperwork that shows the car was rented from Palmdale, California. You got caught in Texas, and you personally told them that you were on your way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is all of the proof that the feds need that you were traveling across state lines. But just going, you know, following an evidentiary pattern that like they would do in court, the fact that you rented the car from Palmdale, California, and you got caught in Texas is enough of an indication to them that you were traveling across state lines because the car was rented somewhere and you got pulled over somewhere else. Not to mention the fact that they evaluate things like how long the car was rented for. If you just rented this car on April 16th in Palmdale, California, and then you get pulled over April 16th in Texas, then it's pretty obvious that you have traveled across state lines.
Now, with all that being said about crossing state lines or if the feds should pick up the case or not, I'm still on the term dismissed in the interest of justice. Now, Wack 100 would actually do a clubhouse room, and he would say that his case was dismissed because of illegal search and seizure.
He did say that.
I know what I beat my case under, illegal search and seizure. So all you got to do is go Google, right, reasons for dismissal under the interest of justice. Just go Google it, Texas. There you go.
Well, according to this paperwork, the defendant's motion to suppress was denied.
He thought he was good.
Yeah, you heard me right. The motion to suppress evidence illegally seized was denied.
Bomb. He said illegal search and seizure. They tried that. It was denied. Where do we stand now, Adam 22? Where do we stand now? I mean, Adam gonna continue to have him on the payroll. I guess he ain't concerned with that. But hey, all these street dudes fucking with him, y'all tripping. Wrong side of the history. Y'all gonna look crazy.
So how Wack is claiming that he got the entire case thrown out because of illegal search and seizure when the motion to have the evidence thrown out for illegal search and seizure was denied is beyond me.
Now here we have a couple of things going on. We have someone reading the paperwork. Byron Blake is reading the paperwork, okay? We have Due Sims calling the clerk of courts in Wheeler County, Texas. And we also have Wack 100's brother, who also is giving his account of the situation and stating that he would have took the case for Wack. But the thing is, I just said about 3 times in this video, is the dismissal in the interest of justice. Now, according to the woman who Due Sims was talking about, and I'm just throwing it out there, she made it as if something fishy might have been going on if someone had got caught with all of the things that Wack got caught with.
She's not stupid.
And the case was dismissed in the interest of justice. She said you would be surprised some of the things that she sees. Now, when you go on Google and you search cases dismissed in the interest of justice, this is what the definition is state.
Let's go.
So in short, it says a criminal case dismissed in the interest of justice means the judge or prosecutors in the case because continuing it would be unfair or would harm the legal system. Even if the case was procedurally sound, the dismissal protects against unfair prosecutions, overreach in sentencing laws, or situations where the charge is frivolous, unnecessary, or involves factors like serious mental illness. The goal is to promote fairness, prevents abuses of power, and ensures the integrity of the legal process. Okay. Now, if you read down here, it does say that, and I'm going to highlight it for y'all real quick. It says that a cooperation agreement can also lead to a dismissal in the interest of justice. For example, if a defendant completes a diversion program or provides substantial help to prosecution. Now, I know that Wack and his brother are saying that the officer who pulled them over was actually, involved in some other things, and I guess they didn't want those things to come out due to the case and them, fighting the case and fighting the charges and suppressing the evidence. But I don't see how that would relate to Wack's case. But we're gonna keep an eye on this. We definitely gonna keep an eye on this and see if anything else comes out, man. I'm pretty sure Wack is gonna address this. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna send him my video, like I'm the one that came out with all this information. I'm just
don't worry about it. The Ruler Report. You're a journalist. You just delivering the message, homie. He got a lot of journalists that's delivering the truth, and he got a lot of journalists on his side, the YouTubers. So don't let that. It was the truth, wasn't it? Shit. As long as it's the truth, shit, you got the truth on your side. I mean, you got a lot of real ones on your side too. So you shouldn't really worry about that, man, and continue to bring the truth to light, because it gotta be said. It got to be. Kids need the truth. Kids definitely need the truth. So to say something about his character, you feel me? His big homie. That's just an example. You know, as soon as they fell out, the boy was caught capping, calling them all types of rats. This is just an example of the character of this dude. You feel me? This motherfucker is
out of love. That's for everything and everybody who don't show no love. So again,
see, my whole thing is with this, because I think even though Wacko 100, Wacko, he cleared his name, I think. But my point is, you got mad at him. Now you was rocking with him the whole time, just like everybody else. Big U, Loose Cannon, all his homies. Niggas know what's up. Niggas know what's up. And as soon as he do something that you don't like,
I was requested. Somebody called me and mentioned my Texas case. I put the time and the effort to call my legal, have my legal contact the courts.
That's what happened. Wacko brought up that he brought up the truth. What you want him to do? Ignore it? Fuck out of here.
In an email to mail me hard copies, I converted to PDFs and sent them out. Listen, Wacko. Yeah, because I keep hearing too much, and I'm tired of taking the high road. I am not Snoopy badass, bro. When I get to going, it's gonna go. Wacko, it was said that you was found guilty and you had a turn-in party where you was turning yourself in the next day, but only you never turned yourself in. So, like you questioned me about my paperwork, I'm questioning you about yours. We need a case number or we need the paperwork. There's no hard feelings, homie. But all this people saying whack and you saying I'm wacko and
he's saying the truth.
This BS you told Adam and people around me I'm working with, that's out. I advise people to stop playing with me. I know too much and I give no fucks. I don't care. So again, Wacko, we need your case number. Your case number or your documents. You got at me about mine, and on Paru, I sent them. Go over to the Snoopy Badass YouTube channel. He got the whole text thread showing I sent them. Matter of fact, they'll be in the story. But now we need to see yours. You yourself, outside of 50 of your homies told me you had a turn-in party if you was found guilty and never turned yourself in. You yourself even told me that. So now, since you asked me about mine, I'm asking you about yours. No hard feelings, homie. Run the work. No, this ain't about where nobody from, who nobody is. This is paperwork. And any homie that says a motherfucker ain't got to provide their paperwork after they requested it from somebody else and was delivered it, and now he don't want to give his up, nah. You got to run the work, bro. Run the work. I'm telling everybody, stop playing with my name. Because now I'm on full-blown get back. Wherever it go, it go. I'm warning you. Let this be a warning. K-Dub, keep my name out your mouth. K-Dub, from the mob, you are a rat. You told on KPD. You gave a description of the cards in the paperwork and on Paru.
This nigga, cold piece of work. Everybody a rat. You know, Wacko and them responded with the homies. They put it up, but y'all got to analyze the psyche of this motherfucker so you understand. It shouldn't be hard to believe. Even though we put out all the proof, they put out everything for you. You can shout out to all the platforms. You know, shout out to Lamonte because he the one that thorn that. You feel me? Pause. But just peep the character.
Told me out your own mouth. Yeah, so you keep my name out your mouth. Everybody talking about they don't hang with this dude, they hang with that dude. Everybody saying, Wack, you do business with 6ix9ine. Well, Wacko hang with he hang with K-Dub. Let's go ask K-Dub if he's a rat. Yeah, we gonna play the game. Let's play the game. I told y'all
that's weird as fuck. I don't know. I know a lot of gang members from LA, San Diego, New York. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Oh, I'm a rat. You a rat. I'm a rat. You a rat. When there's legitimate reason for your homies to ask you for that paperwork, you react and call them a rat out the blue.
Go where it go, but leave me alone. I'm just getting started. I'm gonna fire up.
You want to leave me alone.
That's a fact.
They not leaving that alone, my boy.
No.
They're not leaving that alone. He said, leave me alone. No, we can't leave that alone, no. That's too important. Can't leave that alone. Now, look, Wacko is homie. He has some of his peoples with him too. And they just wanted to clear it up, even though I know he's super tight that he even got to do this. But, you know, I just want to show y'all because there's a lot of people that Wack called a rat. He called a lot of people rats. And we still ain't see a lot of proof for a lot of shit, but we know he definitely hang with rats. QCP, Troy Ave, 6ix9ine, and there's some other ones, you feel me? So we know he fuck with rats, but when his homeboys asking for some paperwork, you seen his reaction. Whoa, that shit was mad fucking self. It was defensive like a motherfucker.
OG Wacko, CEO Wacko from Westside Pyro, produces his paperwork.
I'm from the streets. I know when niggas is defensive, when they feeling like, and when niggas is lying. I know all that. I feel like I know it. But anyway, man, Top Media TV. Shout out to Top Media TV for sure.
He makes some of his young homies from Pyro to produce his paperwork, man. So it gets real tricky because 600 goes off and defends Wack and says Wacko produces fake paperwork and it ain't true. It's not real paperwork. 600 goes off on Wacko and says he's a snitch and pretty much backs up what Wack 100 is trying to say. Now this can get real tricky for 600 and Wack because it's some real gang members
600 jump
now involved. They trying to read Wack 100's paperwork too, saying he's a snitch. Man, this is real tricky, but check it out, y'all.
Paperwork right here from the 2002 and 2003 case. It wasn't no, he never was sentenced to no 2 days.
More rules. He was never sentenced to no 2 days.
Go to that page.
When they said this day,
through the pages.
when they dismissed this shit.
Show where they say it was dismissed right here.
Call people up.
Sentence of the defendant is to be.
The homies clearing their name now. We think about the Big U situation. Even though if he niggas gonna get what they get. You out here terrorizing the streets allegedly or whatever. You know they gonna get you. But as soon as he fell out with Wack, people think Wack was whispering in them people's ear about him. And not only was he whispering in their ear, he was saying it on Clubhouse, so he ain't have to whisper in their ear.
Sentence on count one only, and count 2 through 5 are to be dismissed. Y'all see this?
April 29th,
03,
2003. Now, homie got paperwork 2001 right here.
93
right here.
93, nigga. 93, nigga. 92, nigga.
Every case
this nigga done had.
Now 600 pretty much responds back to Wacko and says whatever he produced is fake paperwork and this just can make him look more guilty rather than clearing his name. I don't know why 600 is getting involved.
He must be involved with them people too. I don't understand that. I really don't. But people allege that shit too. I don't know.
But he also airs out some private recorded audio between Snoopy Badass and Wacko, where Wacko is trying to apologize to Snoopy Badass.
What up?
But now they go ahead and try to diminish their homeboy name. Same tactics they did with all their old friends. Same tactics. This don't got nothing to do with ratting, but they want to go ahead and go use that angle. That's crazy as hell.
I'm over watching this Alabama game. Now, talking about this dude case, man, dude Wacko, right? It's crazy that he had somebody was made his whole situation seem worse. Number crazy that he had somebody explain this case was made his whole situation seem worse.
Why?
Number one is
no, it don't. It's more credible when the homies are speaking up and doing that. It makes it more credible. It's worse when you ain't got nobody backing you up and you just on your own and we gotta believe your story. And you hear Due Sims calling up the courthouse and getting the official paperwork. You heard the lady, she like, that's weird. I don't understand that. She was insinuating that it was some telling going on. It ain't weird when the homies is coming and vouching for him and showing them the paperwork. That ain't weird at all. You's a weirdo, man. I ain't gonna lie. 600, I'm sorry. I can't deny it. Everybody know it. It's not no. The boy something's going on with him, man.
fake paperwork. Government documents go through a spell check. They don't have typos. It's fake. But whatever you were trying to prove, it didn't work. I want y'all to go listen to what these dudes said. The paperwork that they brought said dismiss counts 2 through 5. Do you know what those counts are? They said they dismissed the chopper and they dismissed the silencer and charged him with the weed.
He got a reason to stick up for Wack. That's his. Once Wack go down, he right behind him.
I can understand if they throw out the weed, nigga, they gonna charge you for the chopper. Or they throw out the weed and charge you for the silencer. Nigga, what these niggas be doing, what could you possibly do, nigga, to get your chopper that you got found on a raid and your silencer that they got found in your raid thrown out, bro? Bro, do you know if a police get caught with a motherfucking silencer and choppers, he going to jail. The police can't get out of that. They can't do like that, bro. So you just really made your whole situation worse. That's what's crazy about it, bro. Like, just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, this going to be another hot topic in a couple of days, bro. Hopefully, ain't nobody really on your line like that, bro. Like, why would you
Definitely a hot topic. And y'all on the losing and you is naive as hell if you don't see that. It's definitely a hot topic.
Yeah, hold on, let me get
tomorrow. Act gonna have to address this shit. We have to get back to this.
straight. Where y'all get that paperwork from? Did y'all doctor up this fake paperwork, or did he send it to y'all? This nigga Wack is undefeated. Wack. All that father, he undefeated. You know what I'm saying? With them documents, them receipts, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, undefeated, bro. Now, listen, man, y'all don't fake paperwork. Nigga, man.
Can't do shit. It just looked like I was a fake ass death row nigga the whole time. That shit hurt my name in my career. All right, so now let's
you were.
Number one, I'm gonna apologize to you for me doing what I did because to keep against it with you, like I said, listen to me. Hold on, first, but listen to me. I told the homies I actually took away from the value of what Dog was doing with me by even saying what I said, right? Now, again, I'm a G homie. I get in my emotions too when
all the niggas lining up with him, they all seem like they something wrong with them. Cold factual life. You already know about Snoopy badass. Come on.
Get me in my emotions. Now, for the last 3 weeks, I've been in my emotions. And let me tell you like this. I'm going to thank you for something, right? For everything you did and for everything I didn't do because of what you did just made me a better person. I'm never going to go to the end of that, nigga.
State of Texas versus Cash McElroy Jones. State's brief in opposition to defendant's motion to suppress. A canine alerted on the vehicle. Whoa. And a probable cause search of the vehicle was performed. Whoosh. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle. Wow. A black shotgun. A loaded black pistol. Wow. Along with several clips and a large amount of ammunition for each gun. The conclusion is clearly, when looking at the totality of the circumstances, Trooper Chase had sufficient reasonable suspicion to detain the defendant beyond the scope of the original stop. No evidence seized in connection with this case was unlawfully seized and therefore should not be suppressed. It is the opinion of the court that defendant's motion to suppress evidence should be denied. It is therefore ordered that defendant's motion to suppress evidence is denied. So State of Texas versus Cash.
We ended right there. He got it. They ain't got nothing else to stand on after that about that Texas shit. The nigga thought he had it. He said, illegal search and seizure. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, they gonna go with it. And the homie's like, nah, I don't know about that. He told him, nigga, they gonna go with it, nigga. Get on Clubhouse, spend a couple rooms. You feel me? I got the boy to print up the paperwork. Nigga, they gonna rock with, nigga. Legal search and seizure, nigga. That's what we on. Let's go.
McElroy Jones.
April 29th,
03.
2003. Now, homie got paperwork from 2001 right here.
93.
93 right here.
93, nigga. 93, 2011, 2010.
And the silence.
That's foul. To be Wack homeboy, you gotta defend yourself. When you simply ask them about a case and you ask them what's going on with it, now he gotta defend himself.
This automatic federality. The way I gave you mine. You didn't want to give me your paperwork the way I gave you mine. Yeah. Check this out. Everybody want it on fire. We gonna set this motherfucker on fire. Ain't nobody safe. Next time you'll learn to keep my name out your mouth. Nigga, you ain't untouchable like I ain't untouchable. But you, 5 counts, possession of assault weapon, possession of a silencer, possession of marijuana. At the time, marijuana wasn't legal. And they gonna say the gun is there to protect the drugs, and the silencer is automatic federality.
Nothing like this
Along with
in my life.
ex-con, under the influence.
And then they try to say, "Oh, I ain't worried about the streets. It ain't about the streets. The streets is dead. Streets is a myth. Fuck the streets." But this ain't about the street. This is about betrayal, foul, fake friendship, fake brotherhood, and dirty. You know what I mean? You know what they do? They run in corners and sneak around, cockroaches and rats. Homie, I'm sorry. That's what this shit is.
Like 5 counts. 2 days in jail. And formal probation.
As you can see how quick he could put some shit together in his head. He put all that together in his head and ain't get no legs because homeboy cleared his name real quick. But he put that shit together real quick.
On each count? Nah, partner. Y'all want you to get mad. Because I was quiet as a brother for 2 years, but you done respect it. I don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about. Nigga, we live around it. Is this the game you want to play? You want to go over there and Travis whispering shit in his ear?
That's the meaning for a street nigga. Talking to the feds, that's crashing out. So he is what we think he is. I ain't gonna hold you. And the boy already, he don't really give a fuck about nothing. Once you do that, you know, the people might not know, but you know your gangster card is gone. You know you can't look in the mirror. You know it's like a whole nother situation for you. So this type of shit ain't really nothing. He gonna fucking do clown his homies left and right, do whatever he want to do. But remember when Troy Ave was rocking with them Streets is Dead? Remember that whole thing? Now watch what type of dude he is. As soon as 21 Savage say F the streets, which is who gives a fuck what he say anyway, but it caused a commotion on YouTube. Your boy Wack decided to take the Charleston White stance and what the streets like nigga. He's a slickster, huh?
Savage put up a post. 6ix9ine covered this on 100 TV. Said we knew Gunna was a rat back then, and we swept it up under the rug.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy the Answer. We just talked about this. It's over for the streets. Now they all online.
Not the answer, but
F the streets. Streets is done.
I'm gonna let him finish his point. I'm probably wrong about what he about to say, but we ain't going off of just what Atlanta say, nigga. Fuck out of here. This shit bigger than not even just Atlanta. I'm talking about a couple rappers from Atlanta, because Atlanta ain't saying that shit either. It's just some rappers, nigga. It's rappers.
Shiesty, YFN Lucci, 21 Savage leading the charge. Let's get to the content.
Yo.
Wack.
What up, bro?
When are you gonna put up your street post? I'm trying to repost it.
Nah, that's just a bunch of been caught telling.
How is that different from a less popping rapper, a less relevant rapper who took the stand in front of everybody. Troy Ave saying the streets is a myth. How is he saying F the streets and the streets is a myth? I think that's basically they saying the same thing. So I don't understand what's going on with Wack with that.
Yeah, I tell the kids to stay out the streets. What the streets is the streets. All of a sudden, look, act on some real. Let's keep it real. Wack been pushing that movement to keep them kids out them streets. You know that. Don't get involved in this. Them the very same who they songs is telling the kids to get in the streets and do perk 30s and drink the lean and all that kind of shit. Now these guys all of a sudden is on this movement because they can't go. They weren't saying the streets when 6ix9ine did what he did. They was pushing the streets. Now all of a sudden, this thing called ratting. 21 Savage didn't expose their whole. That said, we been knew Gunna told and we swept it under the rug. But yet after that, you did a song called "But Take."
Everybody knew he told as a youngin'. Well, he was a rat, just like he did a situation like Bosco, like 1090 Jake. You know, when they was young, they wasn't no street kids. They was straight telling. They told immediately. Oh yes, officer. This is what happened.
Take it to trial. Didn't they all do a song? So like, take it to trial, right? So all of them been faking. All of them been fakes, right? So ain't the streets just say. You tried to go over there to the rainbow community. They wouldn't let y'all in because they only want you in there when you come clean and correct. They don't want downloads over there. They want
but Wack, if you've been saying, yo.
No, I've been saying.
You've been saying keep the kids out of the streets. They're now saying it. You should support.
No. They're saying like the street code don't matter. Nah, you ass nigga, you got caught teaselling. You got caught being a rezac. You done told the truth that you knew it was a rat, but y'all stamped it anyway.
He was saying
this was real.
Wait, who stamped who?
21 Savage put up a post. 6ix9ine covered this on 100 TV. Said, we knew Gunna was a rat back then and we swept it up under the rug.
No.
Let's just...
He read that wrong. So
I ain't no read that wrong.
No. Wack, here's the context. He was saying we knew Gunna wasn't a street dude. It's like saying, yo, you knew Academics wasn't a street dude.
Yo, Act.
The world knew he was a rat because he told on a case when he was younger. Though that's everybody know that.
If you too for trying to water it down, but I ain't gonna play with 21 no more, bro. They was stamping that 60 Crip, was they not? They was stamping him on some gangster shit, was they not? Was they not?
Kinda, but like
I was right there with Big kids don't believe these. Don't believe these kids. They ain't doing or acting out the shit they talking about.
When was the first time Gunna told them?
He told sitting on the porch about his relative getting caught up in the real that did the shooting or the killing. We all watched that shit.
Oh, the Crime Stoppers. That's not telling. Like, that wasn't talking to the cops. That was talking. That was the interview.
That's not telling them.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what? Listen, I ain't gonna even have this conversation with you, bro. Look, at the end of the day, everybody need to know what it is. 21 Savage pumping it because he know he's under the U visa program where he's been cooperating. This is a fact.
So how is that different from you with Troy? The streets is a myth. You knew you was under something too. You was rocking with that. How is that different from you with doing long ass interviews with 6ix9ine? You know, denouncing the streets, clowning, going off. How is that different? I think I'm missing something, I swear, because I just really don't understand his logic of how he switched it up just like that. Oh, because he an Oppa 21 Savage, allegedly, because he just want to make it a thing. You feel me? Because that he was saying the same thing not too long ago, man. Shout out to Smoked Out TV, like I said. It's actually, you know what I mean, Do Sims. But this is Hip Hop Daily. And then I got one more video from the Do Sims side. But this is just, an overall thing of the whole everything we went down. But it's going to add some other shit to it, show you the real character of this dude. You gotta seal the deal on this one, homie.
I was calling out snitches. He might be the biggest fed in the rap game.
Woo!
Today we're breaking down why his reputation in the industry might be cooked.
Salute these channels that speak their mind and basically speak how they feel, because nobody want no politically correct journalists. Just want to be everybody's friend. And let me tell y'all something right now. Don't never trust nobody that's everybody's friend, nigga.
We're gonna get into Wack 100's whole career of alleged snitching, but first we gotta break down the biggest case he's allegedly involved in right now. In March 2025, Big U and 18 other alleged Rolling 60s Crips got booked on a huge RICO indictment, and Wack 100's name is all over the paperwork. According to the cops, Big U and his homie Faye threatened.
We ain't never really get into that either. How a nigga that he got the keys to my house, I got the keys to his house. We rocking every day, doing podcasts together every day, rolling together heavy, blood and Crips, unity, love, all that. Somehow he skated all the bullshit. Loose Cannon didn't escape the bullshit. Brick Baby ain't even escaped the bullshit. You feel me? Somehow Wack escaped the bullshit. You got Keyways saying he was a plant to set up all of them, and he's a blood Adamo. They saying he that was just a master plan. He said, "Fuck it, I can help y'all, and I might as well help y'all by doing this." That's
someone said they had to stop working with Wack because Big U thought Wack 100 was working with the cops as an informant. Big U also talked about how he caught Wack 100 lacking and made him beg for his life. According to the paperwork,
same situation. Big U informant. He finds out Wack loses his mind and goes crazy.
Big U had like 20 dudes with him when they caught Wack 100 out with his wife and daughter. Wack 100 was strapped up, but knew he was gonna die if the situation popped off. And he allegedly begged Big U and said, "Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car." The cops had Big U's phones tapped too, and they heard him telling someone he was gonna break Wack 100's jaw when he saw him. And on another recorded phone call, Big U said he wanted to beat the shit out of Wack. Before Big U turned himself in on the RICO case, he called Wack 100 out on video and said that he was working with the FBI.
When they raided my houses and my property, it was asking about Wack.
I believe him.
Wack, Loose Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. Wack,
based on everything I played, I believe him.
Said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scared and intimidating everybody.
Another dude who's wrapped up in the Big U RICO case is Brick Baby, and Wack 100 has been calling him a snitch for a while because of the Lil Durk murder case. Lil Durk and his OTF crew are facing murder charges for allegedly killing Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop, and Wack 100 thinks Brick Baby is working with the feds against Durk. Lil Durk and Brick Baby were tapped in together, and Wack 100 said Brick Baby is the reason everyone started saying Durk was involved. According to Wack,
the world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
But then Brick Baby went on No Jumper and dry snitched on Lil Durk and his crew.
Slap of honor, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like
They
who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh,
should have never been saying that dumb shit anyway. Slap of honor. That's the dumb shit the nerds made up on the fucking internet type of shit. And niggas got mad at me in the comments when I did the academic shit. Oh, why you keep doing that, dragging it on? Nigga, ain't no dragging it on, nigga. Shit. I ain't never get my point across, nigga. This channel is new.
Nah, because Lil Pop.
Then a few months later, the feds raided Brick Baby's crib and found an AK-47. It looked like it was just a gun case at first, but Wack said the cops really wanted Brick Baby's phone to use against Lil Durk.
Brick Baby just got picked up by the feds. What's happening? When your court date, right? We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone.
There were also rumors flying around that Brick Baby snitched on Big U, but Wack 100 actually said that Brick Baby is a victim in the Big U case because he was getting extorted.
The reason why Brick Baby ain't in the RICO is because Brick Baby was a victim. He was getting extorted.
By Big U.
Yeah, he was getting extorted.
Wack 100 claims that Big U is actually the reason Brick Baby got locked up because Big U was talking about Brick Baby while his phone was tapped. According to rumors, Big U was taking a cut of everything Brick Baby was making in the streets, and the cops heard him talking about Brick Baby handing over some money to Big U after he hit a lick. One of the reasons people are calling Wack a Fed right now is because he knew about the Big U RICO indictment before anyone else did. Wack even called in a no jumper and said that he warned Big U's wife over what was about to go down.
After you got the message, you hit up Big U's wife. You said, "Sis, 911. 1 sec, let me get Solo." And you gave him a heads up.
What I tell him?
You said, "1 sec, let me get Solo. He needs to leave. Bad." In caps, all caps. He needs to leave.
I said, "So bad, right?"
Yeah, so bad.
What the 600 say this shit? It's 4 rolling 60 telling on it.
After Big U turned himself in and said Wack 100 was working with the feds, Wack aired him out like crazy but made his own situation even worse. Wack started clapping back at Big U, but then Wack made even more people call him a snitch because he started talking about Big U's murder case.
I'm Eugene Hemley, developing options.
This shit is out of this shit is this some new era millennium type of homie. Snake shit.
I'm here for the people. I'm here for the community. Kill the motherfucking kid though, right? You bitch ass nigga.
Big U was facing charges for killing a dude named Rayshawn Williams and leaving his body in the desert outside of Las Vegas. Rayshawn was a rapper who was signed to Big U's label, but he used to be a football player too, and Big U had been his coach since he was a kid. Big U's son, Dayon Henley, plays in the NFL for the Chargers. He was tied with Rayshawn Williams too. Big U hasn't been convicted for killing Rayshawn Williams, but Wack 100 said that Dayon Henley won't even talk to his dad anymore because Big U killed his homie.
Like I said, if Big U did it, he need to, do his time and do what he got to do. But how foul is it? You see the same thing he did to Wacko is what he did to Big U and what he did to a whole lot of people. But he really going to go all the way. But the point is, he was hanging with them all the way up until they mentioned his name one time. Then he brings the house down on him and tell him how much he disagreed with what they was doing and all this shit. That's the difference between him and Big U. Once Big U found out about him, he stayed away from him. He told him, "No, homie, I can't rock with you right now." But Wack is gonna rock with you. He know all the dirt, he know everything about it. But as soon as you cross him, say something about him, that's when he coming at you. That's a dangerous level of selfishness and just foul shit right there. I ain't gonna.
Wack also claimed that Big U beat his son Dayon half to death 6 or 7 different times. Wack 100 said that Big U was a monster who killed an innocent dude. And that whole rant made people call Wack a snitch again because he was talking crazy about an open case and basically saying that Big U was guilty. Wack defended himself at the same time though. A lot of people were wondering how he knew about the RICO case on Big U before anyone else found out. But it turns out that Wack has some inside info from Rayshawn Williams' sister. Wack played a phone call where Rayshawn's sister told him that they found Big U's DNA under Rayshawn's fingernails. And according to Wack,
these are credible stations. You feel me? I fuck with this station all day. They always doing. They got this shit. 1.6 million subs, nigga.
That's how he knew that the feds were about to bring the hammer down on Big U. But Wack has already been caught lying about the Big U RICO case. After Big U got locked up, Wack called in a no jumper and told everyone that Adam 22 had been picked up by the feds. That turned out to be cap though. And Adam 22 told DJ Vlad that he was never arrested. According to Adam 22.
So I was playing poker at my house one day and my girl actually intercepted the person ringing my buzzer outside. I didn't see it. She told him that I wasn't home. Basically, they wanted to serve me with a subpoena. Now, when I hear that, I get nervous. Call my lawyer. I'm like, hey, can you guys call this guy and figure out exactly what's going on with this? They had a series of questions they wanted to ask the feds to basically figure out what the nature of this was going to be. And I never even ended up having a conversation with him.
Everyone's talking about Wack 100 and the Big U RICO, but this isn't the first time they beefed about snitching. Back in 2024, a documentary came out on Worldstar Hip Hop that allegedly exposed Wack for being a snitch. Wack and his legal team sued to get the video taken down. And Wack claims that Big U was the one who paid Worldstar Hip Hop to show the video.
That was Big U that did it.
How do you know?
Stupid motherfucker. Let me tell you.
How do you know?
I know because he got a contract with Worldstar. Worldstar is trusted, right? He called and get it put up because he emotional because we've been exposing his ratting, right? Now we got paper.
He know that Big U knew about him, so that's how he knew that Big U brought it to them because he knew Big U was the one that probably, the homies got at him. He knew Big U already knew what was going down, and that's why he separated himself from him.
Worked his writing, so it was different, right? So when he went and got that put up, World Star just trusted the dude. They put it up.
Big U has been calling Wack a snitch, but then Wack clapped back and said he's got paperwork about Big U and Brick Baby snitching on a rapper named Sue Surf. Sue Surf is from Jersey, but he allegedly reps the Rolling 60s just like Big U and Brick Baby. Sue Surf and his crew got hit with a RICO case. And Wack 100 claims that Big U and Brick Baby helped the feds put Sue Surf away.
That's cap.
World Star Hip Hop documentary about Wack being a snitch got taken down, but a YouTube channel called Street Certified News did a deep dive into the story and claimed that Wack really was wrapped in a crazy case that even involved Shaquille O'Neal. In 2008, a Main Street Mafia Crip member named Stutterbox had gotten into producing and was working with Shaq's record label. Stutterbox allegedly hooked up with Shaq's wife and told Shaq that he made a sex tape with her. So Shaq allegedly had some other Main Street Mafia Crips kidnap Stutterbox and put hands on him. A business manager named Mark Stevens was working with Shaq back then, and he was allegedly involved with the whole situation. 5 months after Stutterbox got kidnapped, the cops caught Mark Stevens on a wiretap talking to a dude named Dell, who was the alleged leader of the Main Street Mafia Crips. During the call, Mark Stevens asked Dell if he wanted to talk to Wack, and Dell said no. Wack 100 and Stutterbox were cool with each other back then because they were neighbors and used to party together. And rumors are saying that Wack was giving the cops info about the Main Street Mafia Crips. During the wiretap call with Mark Stevens and Dell, Mark Stevens said that Wack called him out of nowhere to ask for help. This is where the situation gets a little complicated. According to police documents, there was a confidential informant called Back, and in the documents, the cops said that Back was trying to get in touch with Dell and left 2 messages on Mark Stevens' phone. Back, who was allegedly Wack 100, was actually calling Mark Stevens and Dell to warn them that Stutterbox was a rat. Dell and some other Main Street Mafia Crips ended up getting booked for kidnapping Stutterbox, but the cops didn't have a good case and the whole thing got dropped. Wack claimed that he helped save the Main Street Mafia Crips, but his name allegedly being in paperwork like
too many examples. It's just a lot of examples. It was all scattered around, and Wack kept it like that. But now it's all coming together.
that definitely didn't help the rumors about him being an informant. But this next paperwork on Wack 100 is way crazier and allegedly proves that Wack has been an informant for almost 2 decades. In 2005, Wack 100 and his brother were pulled over for speeding in Texas. Wack was driving the whip, told the cop that they were headed to a funeral in Oklahoma, and then the cops asked Wack if they could search the vehicle. Wack said no, so a K9 unit was brought to the scene, and the cops found a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol inside Wack's whip. Wack and his brother were both already convicted felons, so the cops booked him on gun charges. Wack posted bail and went back to LA, and back then he was working with Suge Knight at Death Row Records. But 2 years after Wack got picked up in Texas, Suge Knight got taken down by the cops. The cops were trying to take down Suge Knight's whole crew, but what's weird about the case is that Wack wasn't named in the investigation at all.
Whoa.
Then the cops indicted
I was about to stop him, but I should have known he was going to come with some other shit.
the Main Street Mafia Crips for kidnapping Stutterbox, and Wack was in the paperwork. And right after the Crips got indicted, Wack's gun case in Texas was dropped. Wack had said it got thrown out because the cops didn't have enough evidence, but that's not what the paperwork says. According to court documents, Wack's case was dismissed in the interest of justice. Wack also claimed that the case got thrown out because the cops searched the whip illegally, but the paperwork proves he was capping about that. None of this has been confirmed, but rumors say that Wack started working with the feds right after he got arrested in Texas and had been giving them info for years. What makes Wack's situation even crazier is that he's always calling other people snitches without backing it up with real paperwork.
Thank you.
Gunna got a lot of heat during the YSL RICO trial when he took an Alfred plea and admitted that YSL was a gang. But then Wack 100 came out and claimed that he had a 2-hour interrogation video where Gunna told way more. Wack said he was giving Gunna a chance to confess to snitching, but if he didn't, then Wack threatened to release the whole video.
Hey, Gunna, listen. I'm putting it together. I'm going to give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm going to give you some time, though, Gunna. For you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did.
Gunna never responded to Wack's threats, though, and Wack never released the alleged video. Wack also tried to throw dirt on BG's name and said he was snitching with no proof. BG is a legend in New Orleans who signed with Birdman's Cash Money label when he was 12 years old. But then in 2009, the cops pulled him over and found 3 guns in BG's whip. He ended up getting hit with a 14-year sentence, but in 2023, he came home after serving 11 years. BG got a lot of love all over the rap game, but then Wack started spreading rumors that BG snitched on somebody. Wack didn't have any evidence, though, and BG's own cellmate did an interview and said that BG had nothing but respect on the inside. Wack calling BG...
Oh, we run it down all the way to Max B. Run it all the way down.
BG a snitch also sparked the beef with Birdman and Lil Boosie. Boosie called Wack 100 a clown, and a lot of people think Wack is capping about having paperwork on BG. Wack is also known for recording phone calls and playing them for people on Clubhouse. Wack is always on Clubhouse trying to air other people out, but the fact that he's always recording phone calls makes him look like even more of an informant. Making up claims about paperwork and recording phone calls is weird, but Wack has also straight up accused people of murder too. Jay Diggs is a West Coast rapper who was tied with Mac Dre before Mac Dre got killed in 2004. Mac Dre's murder was never solved, but Wack 100 went on No Jumper and claimed that Jay Diggs got him killed. That wasn't even the craziest part of the interview though, because Wack also said that Jay Diggs lined his own son up to get murdered.
Unless he want to talk about how he lined his son up to get killed for the insurance.
Which is like a hypocrisy. It's gonna be books about the foul shit. This nigga, he gonna have a movie and everything. That's his movie gonna be crazy. You already know, it's like 20 people he called rats and then it ain't come out. The paperwork ain't come out.
See, what is we that? Ain't talking. We can talk about it. We ain't talking about it.
It's not clear where the beef really started, but Jay Diggs also dropped a diss track called 3 Finger Wack and rapped, "You a hoe ass kid. You don't want this beef. Plus you talk too much. Like you don't want your teeth. Yeah, I heard all the gossip. I got you niggas. About to run up in the clubhouse and drop some niggas." Then Wack even got called by Adam 22 because he was talking crazy about Jay Diggs and still ducked the fade when Jay Diggs tried to link up with him.
So you bring up Jason Love, I'm gonna bring up Jay Diggs.
So
when are we squabbling?
And so what? He didn't want to come play with me, bro.
Yeah, he was here trying to line up the fade.
He don't see. That's the problem. Here goes the problem.
No, the problem is, I just want to clarify. I'm only bringing up the thing that you don't want to talk about because you are bringing up a fake story about a man that you ducking Jay Diggs. It's real spill.
Where I ducky man.
Jay Diggs isn't the only rapper who dissed Wack for talking on the internet though. Gucci Mane also aired out Wack on the bluffing and raps, "I don't make threats. No, I promise. I just drop bands like commas. Don't even ask me about dead folks, because I ain't got no comment. I want my M's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. I ain't arguing on no internet. I'm not Wack 100. Nobody can say for sure that Wack isn't informing yet, but there's definitely enough rumors going around to make it look suspicious. Plus, a lot of people always thought it was weird that Wack 100 talks about snitches so much and still decided to become 6ix9ine's manager.
That was crazy.
6ix9ine is the most infamous snitch in the rap game, but Wack didn't have any problems working with him after 6ix9ine flipped on his own crew and got out of prison. Some people even think No Jumper is part of the Fed's plan too. Adam 22 and Wack 100 have aired out all kinds of
shit. A white boy. He don't give a fuck. He could know that Wack is a Fed and still work with him. He come on now. He don't care about none of that, and he shouldn't. Wack talk about QCP. That's my brother. I love him. That's my brother. Because he's powerful. He got money. He talk about 6ix9ine because he helped them out on some plays, on some deals. He talk about Troy Ave because they was out there they got a liquor store together. It's business. You feel me? And by the way, he got to continue to name these rappers rats because it make himself feel better. Man, shout out to Hip Hop Daily, man. Oh, let me let him finish his words.
Street business on the podcast, and some people think that dudes like loose cannons to self-snitch on purpose so the cops can get involved. There's no real evidence to back the rumors up, though. And just because someone decides to self-snitch on a podcast doesn't mean that the podcast is working with the cops. A lot of people think Wack 100 might be an informant, but others are saying that he's terrified that the cops are going to come for him like they did for Big U. Rumors say that Wack has been extorting people just like Big U allegedly did. And now Wack is getting nervous that he might be the next dude they hit with an indictment. At the end of the day, there's a lot of accusations going around without any evidence to back them up, and nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if Wack is a Fed or not right now, but there's a good chance he's cooked either way, because there's a ton of people who believe that he is. And sometimes a rumor is all it takes to kill your career.
I mean, what career he got, as far as like, if he could, he probably could continue to do his little business in the industry with the rats, 6ix9ine and all them. Shout out to Hip Hop Daily. We all fuck with him. They be covering the gang shit in LA and all that shit. He drop bars every now and then. This last video, shout out to No Cap Network. The start, the beginning of all, they was exposing a lot of shit. Scandalous Los Angeles. Smoked Out TV, Do Sims, they wasn't getting their credit. You feel me? Niggas was ignoring them and shit. They kept moving and grooving, kept it pushing, doing their thing. You know what I mean? But now it's all coming to light, and they, history gonna show the boys that was telling the truth and the ones that was capping. Show the rats and the ones that was moving solid. And it really don't matter, but I'm just saying, for the record, for the record, you feel me? What's this one? Yeah. They say the paperwork ain't consistent. We about to go through the whole damn saga of it and just let that rock, because I'm just, doing some reacting, that's all.
That has not been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. Such material is used for the purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, and education, which constitute fair use under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act. All rights belong to their respective owners. The No Cap Network does not claim ownership of any copyrighted content used within this video. If you are the copyright holder and have concerns about material used here, please contact the No Cap Network directly so we can address the issue promptly.
All right, No Cap Network, it's your boy Smoked Out. And tonight we doing something these internet gangsters never expect. We not reacting to rumors, we reacting to paperwork.
That's what
they've been yelling, Texas case this, Texas case that, trying to drown the internet in stories. So we're gonna strip all that down and go straight to what matters, the case file. First up, we reading the official Texas paperwork for Cash McElroy Jones. Not no clubhouse reenactment, not no podcast remix. Real case language from the court, front to back. Then after that, we sliding straight into 2025 Wack 100, where he talking about interest of justice, dirty cop, illegal search, all these brand new reasons why he say the case went away. We gonna put his new story right next to what the paperwork actually say and let the contradictions expose themselves.
Exactly.
When we done with that, we spinning the block back to 2023 when he broke this same Texas situation down a whole different way. Back then, he was reading motion to suppress denied like it was a trophy. No interest of justice talk. No judge saving him off a legal search. Just a long fight and a quiet dismissal. So pay attention to the order tonight. Number one, we reading the official Texas paperwork for Cash McElroy Jones. Number two, we break down his 2025 paperwork story and point out every place the math don't add up. Number three, we rewind to 2023 and show you how his own old words clash with the new narrative he pushing today.
Put a nail in
ain't
the
about hate. This about consistency. When the paperwork say one thing, the court orders say another thing, and the story keep changing every couple years, that's when No Cap Network step in and lay it out with pure logic, DC style. So if you tired of the rambling, tired of the spin, tired of the I'ma go to Kinko's excuses, lock in right now. We about to put the stories down, pick the paperwork up, and let the people decide what's real. And with that being said, here's the Texas case, fully read. Let's go.
State of Texas versus Cash McElroy Jones. State's brief in opposition to defendant's motion to suppress. To the Honorable Judge of said court, comes now the State of Texas, by and through her Assistant District Attorney, and files this her brief in opposition to defendant's motion to suppress in the above styled and numbered cause, and as grounds therefore, the state would show the court the following. The defendant was indicted on January 26, 2006, for the offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon under Texas Penal Code 46.0. On August 15, 2006, the defendant filed a motion to suppress any and all tangible evidence seized by law enforcement officers or others in connection with the detention and arrest of Cash McElroy Jones in this case, or in connection with the investigation of the case, and any testimony by the Texas Department of Public Safety trooper or any other law enforcement officers or others concerning such evidence. Also the arrest of Cash McElroy Jones at the time and place in question, and any and all evidence which relates to the arrest and any testimony by the Texas Department of Public Safety trooper or any other law enforcement officers or others concerning any act of Cash McElroy Jones while in detention or under arrest in connection with this case. The court heard testimony regarding the defendant's motion on May 19th, 2010. Wow, hold on. It took 4 years. Trooper Darren Chase and Deputy Julian Torres testified at the hearing. The state urges the court should deny the defendant's motion to suppress, and in support thereof would show the following. Statement of facts. On April 16th, 2005, Texas Department of Public Safety Trooper Darren Chase was on routine patrol on Interstate 40 in Wheeler County, Texas, when he conducted a traffic stop of a brown 2005 Cadillac passenger car for traveling 77 miles per hour in an area where the posted speed limit was 70 miles per hour, as confirmed by his radar. After the vehicle came to a stop on the improved shoulder of the eastbound lane, Trooper Chase made contact with the vehicle on the passenger side. As he approached, the driver only rolled the passenger window down about a quarter of the way. When the trooper requested that the window be rolled all the way down, he was informed that was as far down as the window would roll.
In that trunk.
During the period of time in which the trooper
I'm scared to death. He ain't even know how to act, how to maintain this gangster when the police come. Oh yeah, we out here moving. You know, my mom just da. You know, he got nervous as hell. Started acting suspicious.
was speaking with the driver. While the driver was still in the vehicle, the passenger continued to sleep. All right, so Wack is driving. Look, it says. The trooper advised the driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, that he had been stopped for speeding. The defendant replied that he was a truck driver and always runs about 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. The trooper then requested identification from both the driver.
Nigga, do you know I flipped my truck, nigga? Fucked up off all kind of whatever, with all kind of whatever in the car at the time. Nigga hopped out, police came, my work clothes. First of all, when I crashed, I'm like, uh-oh, because my shit flipped to the side. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm dead. I hop out, I'm like, oh, I'm going to jail. I knew I was going to jail, but I still tried to remain, you feel me? So what I do? Man, you see the dude ran me off the road, man. I'm just coming back from work. Play it cool as fuck. Start vibing with the officer. Guess what? Don't worry, sir. We're going to get you pulled over there. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I kept it cool. Kept it 100.
And the passenger. The passenger had to be woken up in order to provide identification. The trooper then asked the driver about his trip and was told that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because his brother got killed and they had to take his mom back to California for the funeral. He further stated that his brother's body would be flown back, but that his mother could not fly because she weighed over 400 pounds.
He's trying to talk.
Upon questioning of the passenger, Robert Jones, the trooper was told that their brother had been killed and that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, for the funeral. Hold on, that's two different stories. Trooper Chase observed that during the time he was running the routine driver's license check, Cash Jones, the driver of the vehicle, could not stay still. He was antsy. McElroy was shaking in his boots, y'all. Oh, the trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth. Whoa, bending over. Yo, he was bending over. The trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth, bending over, and looking back at the vehicle, indicating to the trooper that the driver was nervous. Wack was nervous. The trooper knew what time it was. He like, all right, I see him. I know what time it
about
is.
10 years in that trunk.
Also, during this period of time, the trooper observed that the car was rented from April 16th, 2005 until April 18th, and that they were traveling from Palmdale, California, to Tulsa, Oklahoma. After completing the warning, the trooper went back to explain it to the defendant. The trooper observed that while he was explaining the warning to the defendant grabbed the clipboard quickly and signed his name very quickly. After the defendant had signed the warning, the trooper asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle. The defendant turned away and stated, no.
Sound like Wack blew it. Grabbing the clipboard all fast. All right, he should have been like, hold up. Yeah, you know. But you know, man, I'm just going through this, but we gonna make it, man. I apologize about this. You know what I mean? Sign real slow, be out. This nigga. He ain't know how to act under that pressure. You know, he got locked up when he was a baby, got out, and ain't been back since.
In a low-toned voice. It was at this point Trooper Chase asked the defendant for permission to search the vehicle, and the defendant became combative at this request. Ultimately, the defendant denied the trooper permission to search the vehicle. No, can't search it. He was being snobby. Because you know he from PO, you feel me. His heart was still beating. He was just acting tough. You hear it? Heartbeat. A K9 was requested, and Deputy Julian Torres arrived with the K9 22 minutes later. The K9 alerted on the vehicle.
That paperwork sounded like Wack and keep it. He was scared to death.
Whoa. And a probable cause search of the vehicle was performed. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle. Wow. A black shotgun, a loaded black pistol. Wow. Along with several clips and a large amount of ammunition for each gun. So he's scared as hell right now.
That's a lot.
Let's go back and see. That's a black rifle, a black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, whichever you prefer, along with several clips and large amount of ammunition for each gun. Keep in mind, he's inside the 5-year range of leaving prison still. So you know, not supposed to get caught with anything like this. Not even a replica. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Whoa, both of them. A further search of the vehicle revealed a cigarette rolling apparatus, which contained a strong odor. God, what the heck? I thought he said he never got high. Never was smoking on the chief stick. So I guess it was his brothers? Arguments?
But you know, Wack was like, nigga, they smell that weed, nigga. Nigga, please, nigga, they've been you know, Wack the type of nigga that turned it on his brother after that. You know that.
And authorities. A. Trooper Chase had reasonable suspicion to justify the stop and detention of defendant. Under Terry versus Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968. A law enforcement officer may stop and briefly detain a person for investigative purposes if the officer has a reasonable suspicion, supported by articulable facts, that criminal activity may be afoot.
I don't knock it when the officers see somebody acting nervous and they act. You know, them terrorists be out here moving around, whatever else, ready to blow innocent people up and shit like that. So you acting nervous and shit, yeah, they gotta check it out. That's their job.
Come on now, it's Terry time. In this case, Trooper Chase observed the defendant's vehicle traveling 77 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone, as confirmed by radar. This gave the trooper probable cause to stop the vehicle for a traffic violation. Boom, cut and dry. Speeding. Once the traffic stop was made, the trooper observed the defendant's nervous behavior, conflicting travel stories between driver and passenger, and suspicious rental agreement details. These observations supported a reasonable suspicion that criminal activity would occur. You looking like you about to bust a move. Not in a dance way. More like bust out of jail. The defendant's behavior, nervous movements, fidgeting, bending over, looking back at the car, was not consistent with someone calmly receiving a speeding ticket. Antsy, twitchy, can't sit still. Trooper said,
Fuck around, Wack was probably high. That's probably why he stopped.
Yeah, I seen this before. That's the I got heat in the car behavior. B. The detention was not unlawfully prolonged. Once the trooper returned to the vehicle and issued the warning, the traffic stop was complete. However, the trooper then asked for consent to search the vehicle. The defendant refused. Okay, now you try and play it cool. Now you can't search it.
You can't do that.
But the trooper already clocked your whole vibe. The trooper then properly requested a K9 unit to conduct a free air sniff of the vehicle. Courts have consistently held that a dog sniff conducted during a lawful traffic stop or immediately after does not violate the Fourth Amendment. The K9 rolled up like, let me holler at the bumper real quick. Deputy Torres and the K9 arrived 22 minutes later. Upon arrival, the K9 alerted to the odor of narcotics coming from the vehicle. That dog wasn't wrong. He barked and said, yo, something stank back here. At that point, law enforcement had probable cause to search the vehicle. And boom, now you're in trouble. C. The evidence seized during the search should not be suppressed. During the search of the vehicle, law enforcement recovered a black rifle, a black shotgun, and a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each firearm. That trunk was fully loaded like a rap video gone wrong. The defendant, Cash McElroy Jones, had a prior felony conviction, making it unlawful for him to possess firearms under Texas Penal Code Section 46.04. Felon plus firearm equals automatic no-go. That's Texas Code, baby. The search was supported by probable cause following the K9 alert, and the seizure of evidence was lawful. The subsequent arrest of the defendant was proper and constitutional. Ain't no loopholes. Ain't no technicalities here. This is open and shut. Conclusion. The defendant's motion to suppress lacks merit. The initial stop was based on probable cause. The subsequent detention and search were supported by reasonable suspicion and probable cause, and the evidence was lawfully seized. Moral of the story.
When did he go? When did he flip though? They took him in. When did he get out? Immediately?
Don't ride dirty in a rental with a shaky story and a jittery attitude, especially in Texas.
That AI crazy. That look like
I got all my Texas paperwork in. I'm gonna go to the Kinko's this morning. Let them turn into an attachment. We're gonna run a room on it.
I'm so happy.
I sure, nigga, how you supposed to do it? Don't run from it, nigga. Run a room on it, nigga. Put it up for the world to see, boy. I guess they call me a narcissist. It thinks this. Always that. You goddamn right. You right. I'm gonna beat my chest out of here.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if because he hit me with that about a week ago. See, I set him up when I laughed. I said, okay, don't worry about it. So, got it. So now we gonna go paperwork for paperwork.
Damn.
Yeah, no response.
Damn.
Yeah, we need your case number.
Damn.
He go, mine. Can I get yours?
Wow.
We heard all this.
Wow.
Clubhouse.
Man. Sorry, stage. Y'all don't even know.
Yeah.
Niggas could only assume.
Man,
I get yours.
That ain't that same Texas case we talking around with it.
Yeah, I went and got all the hard copies. It's crazy because it's straight to the point. Like, as soon as we go over the work, as soon as I give it to y'all, Lavish, you gonna see exactly why the judge did what he did. The arrested officer called lying on the stage.
Man.
He lied on the stage like, what's your reason for your suspicion? Well, you told me he just left California the day before on the 15th. And when I got his registration of the rental, it showed the 16th. This is what the nigga wrote.
That story is he played it cool the whole time. He was chilling. Meanwhile, the nigga was nervous as hell, acting crazy, doing dumb shit.
In the police report, my attorney on record says, "Is this the rental receipt?" Yeah, that's it. Can you read it to me? April 15th, 2005, 12 noon. Well, can you show me where you got the date April 16th from? Oh, I guess I made a mistake. What just happened?
No, you don't.
Throw that whole shit away.
Yo.
How easy it was for him to run a play on his minions up in the clubhouse.
So now, let me tell you what a judge know.
I know we heard this, but
we filed dismissal subject to illegal search and seizure. Guess what the judge do?
We got to throw it away.
He don't give us he don't give it. He don't give us that. Right? But guess what the judge know? You just didn't got on the stand on the earth on record and just said one thing in the seat that you said you used the right to read as another. Right? So the judge puts I know what he's doing. He want to see if I'm going to get in trouble. I'm on the road. I ain't even in the streets. I'm on the road. The judge knows if the shit go to the next level, superior, what's about to happen.
Case law, don't open up all the time.
They gonna know, first of all, you for officer, you in trouble, and everybody you didn't book on to come. Said he gave the police a description of the car that did the killing, and you saying that that's a different kind of rat. That ain't the same rat. Blood got quiet. He knew at that point in time. Well, yeah, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right.
All right, No Cap Network. It's your boy Smoked Out. We finna get straight to the lies, because he started capping from the first 5 seconds. He say, I got all my Texas paperwork in. I'm gonna go to Kinko's and turn it into an attachment. Slim, Kinko's don't even exist no more. That joint been FedEx office since the early 2000s. So already off rip, the paperwork story on life support. Then he jump into, we finna run a room on it, show the world.
He came in.
Nah. Real paperwork don't get run in the room. Real paperwork get pulled from the court clerk with a socket number, a certified stamp, and a judge signature. Not a PDF from a copy shop excuse. Then he start the whole courtroom movie scene, talking about the officer lied about the dates, rental receipt this, April 15th, April 16th that. But here the problem. None of that overturned suppression. The judge already denied it. Appeals already denied it. So that whole timeline story sound good for YouTube, but it ain't freed nobody legally.
That should sound good for
Then he
Club.
say the judge dismissed it in the interest of justice. And this right here is where the streets mess up. Because that phrase don't mean you beat the case. That phrase mean the state dropped it for their reasons. And when suppression lost, appeals lost, and the case still get quietly dismissed years later, that ain't an illegal search. That ain't dirty cop. That ain't magic. That's cooperation. Then listen how the convo flip later. Now everybody start calling somebody a rat. He gave the police a description of the car. That's a different kind of rat. Nah, Slim, there ain't but one kind of rat. If you feed police info that start a case, you already crossed the line. Then peep the contradiction. He screamed good old boys railroaded him. But the case gets dismissed by the same system. Railroading don't end in interest of justice dismissal. Railroading end in convictions, long ones. And let's circle back to the first lie again, because every con start with a small one. If your paperwork real, you don't say, I'm gonna go to Kinko's. You say, here go my case number. Here go my dismissal order. Here go the certified copy. But instead, we got excuses, stories, dates, receipts, movie scenes, and zero documented proof. That's not how wins sound. That's how cover stories sound.
Damn. Shout out to Smoked Out TV. Man, they killing it. Y'all need to go subscribe. I mean, No Cap Network. My bad, No Cap Network. You know, he hit it on the nail, bro. He's speaking facts, letting you understand it clearly. Because when on Clubhouse, a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know, they get to run their own little narrative and they throw confusion in it and nobody knows what's really going on. Wack yelling over everybody. This dude, he, you know, matter of fact, all the platforms really broke it down, but I got to shout out to definitely to No Cap TV. Now, one more thing, let's just revisit that, you know, the where the whole CS2 bat thing came from and all that. Let's revisit that one time. Because now, you know, it's appropriate now. Let's go back to that situation one time. And then we'll, you know, see about pushing. Street Certified News. Another fucking real, you know, legit platform. Yeah, let's talk about it. Shit. Let's visit that CS2 bat wiretap thing again. One more time. Let's go. Y'all know I do the epic reactions. I don't just do it.
What's going on? I'm Larry Hoover Jr. and I'm rocking with Street Certified News.
Shout out to Street Certified News. Yo, what's your boy L Hitter, Mr. Oh yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm rocking with Street Certified News. We got behind the scenes, man. We gonna tie this bitch up.
What up, it's your boy Mom J. We rocking with Street Certified News.
Man, Street Certified News, man. Shout out Big Bo. Shout out Walker.
Incredible platform.
Yo. It's your boy MXL Guapo, man. Street Certified News. And we back with another one. As you can see from the title, man, this week, man, we get real deep, man. The boy Wack 100.
We gotta come to light.
2 months ago, there were some interviews that came out from the dude, Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, as well as Mark Stevens. Shout out, man, Big OG Spider Lope, man. You know what I'm saying? They came on his podcast and and they told a story that was very compelling. You know what I'm saying? Also, man, shout out the boy Deuce, man, Active Chucks. He's actually the director of the video About Wack 100 that's currently at like 2 million views on WorldStar right now.
Oh, that's the one.
It's on their website as well as their YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We dug into this story, man. We wanted to start from like the most unbiased place possible. You know what I'm saying? In the past, we have made videos. You know what I'm saying? We have made fun of Wack 100, but like I said, man, when we saw a video on WorldStar, that necessarily didn't convince us that bro was a rat. You know what I mean? We really went into this story like as unbiased as possible, so that we could give you guys the best story. And like I said, man, the information we're gonna provide in this video, man, we stand on it 100%. Is literally we did all the due diligence we could. Before we get started, we need everybody to stop, smack the like button, man. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we say 500, sometimes we say 400, 300. Man, let's run this video up to 1,000 likes. Like I said, man, we did our due diligence in this video. We reached out to people. You know what I'm saying? We checked paperwork. We did everything we could possibly do to bring you guys like the most accurate story on this whole Wack 100 CS2 situation. You know what I'm saying? So this week's story, how the boy Wack 100 exposed himself as a federal informant, and how all of this started with the Main Street Mafia Crips and LA Lakers star Shaquille O'Neal, man. Sound crazy already, I know, man. Hey, with no further ado.
They're gonna tell me, leave it alone. You already, whatever, everybody, nah, fuck that. We're gonna put the nail in the coffin, end that off, and then move on.
Dude, man, let's get right into it. February 2008, record producer and alleged Mafia Crip Robert Ross, while parked on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, California, is approached by men he believed to also be associated with the Main Street Mafia Crips. These men directed Mr. Ross to follow them to a different location, to the home of Main Street Crip leader Liddell Del Dog Rose. It was there where Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, would testify he was beaten and told to fix his problems with Mark Stevens, a business manager who worked closely with Shaquille O'Neal. Ross would go on to testify that he also formerly worked for Shaquille O'Neal and Stevens as a music producer for artists signed to the record label Deja 34. This part of the story was like super important, man. Like I said, researching this story, man, the Main Street Mafia Crips popped up, as well as the dude Shaquille O'Neal, man. We gonna get into kind of how it all ends later, but we really wanted y'all to kind of see this part of the story because it's like a lot of coincidences, as well as, you know what I'm saying, Wack 100, many times inserting himself into certain situations, including eventually this one. We really wanted to tell y'all this part, but we promise y'all it's gonna get to Wack. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, court records would show that Robert Ross would testify that while he worked for Shaq, because of Ross's criminal past, would sometimes ask him to like do weird shit that he didn't feel like was in the, music producer job title. It's also alleged around this time that Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, he met Shaq's wife and allegedly may have had an affair with her and secretly recorded a sex tape. This sex tape would be something that Ross would admit that he told Shaq and Mark Stevens about. Only this encounter with the Main Street Crips. In July of 2008, after word was spread about the kidnapping, ultimately affecting Ross's business, the disgruntled producer would take his information to the LA County Sheriff, claiming Shaq and Mark Stevens paid the Main Street Crips to kidnap him and get him to give up the tape. Also during this meeting, Robert Ross would admit the sex tape was a hoax meant to extort Shaq and Stevens for a larger cut in their music business. As a result, a wiretap would be placed on Mark Stevens and Liddell Rose's phone. Now let's get to Wack 100. Wack 100, aka Cash Jones, by 2008, is a part-time music manager, part-time street politician, and full-time trucking company CEO. Being a former associate of Suge Knight and a Blood Gang member, Wack admits many people in the streets looked at his successful trucking company as a front. But Wack says he always did legitimate business through his companies. It was also during this time that Wack 100, aka Cash Jones, claims he was neighbors with a high-ranking Crip named Stutterbox, aka Robert Ross. Coincidentally, Wack 100 also at this time managed Ray J, who was signed to a joint venture between Mark Stevens' label and Suge Knight's Death Row Records. Like I said, man, doing the research on this video, like we ran into like hella weird coincidences like that. Bro lived next door to him. They became friends. He also was in business with Mark Stevens through Death Row Records and Ray J. And it was just a million different ways that like this story was twisted and turning, man. And it kind of like, it slowed me down. For people that don't know, that video hit World Star maybe like 2 days ago. During the process of, doing our research, we happened to reach out to LAOG Spider Lope. We spoke with him and he introduced us to the boy Deuce. For people who don't know, we got Spider Lope on the call, and then just give him your name, bro. Just so that everybody understand, like, where you come from.
I'm Deuce Sims, CEO of Active Chucks, and I also run the podcast, Damu and Keyway Conversations.
Oh, I remember that.
Wack 100 interviewed with academics and Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm a blood, homie, like for South Central LA. That's not something we condone, and that reflects on my community. So
where it came from.
That's what Death of the Cloud Chaser room, Big Chuck room, and I questioned him on that. Like, he was talking about Big U going to see Jim Jones, and I'm like, well, he said, well, yeah, he gonna fuck with him because he haven't seen no paperwork. I said, well, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Till you see the paperwork, you don't just treat him out. You don't go do a crime with him because you hear speculation, but you don't just, jump to no conclusions. He was like, yeah, that's how I go. I said, okay, but what in your situation, you don't need to see the paperwork. Tekashi 6ix9ine is publicly exposed as a federal informant, this and that. You don't see the hypocrisy in that? And then we went back and forth, and he was like, look, I see you understand the street shit, but where I'm at with my business, you not there, but I wasn't supposed to come in this room. I think the reason I came in this room was to get with you. If you want to do business and whatever you got going on, you need some help, holler at me. I hit him in his back channel and let him know I ain't on no bullshit with you. I just did 8 years in state prison, 10 years before that in federal prison. But I ain't trying to deal with you because I'm looking at it like he's a potential right.
Following Ross,
that's the pattern. That's when Wack got mad at him.
AKA Stutterbox, telling the authorities about him being kidnapped by his own gang, he would go on to seemingly continue to live the same gangster lifestyle.
Somebody in the comments says, so where's the paperwork? I don't know. Maybe you got to go back, rewind the show. We ran through all the paperwork. We heard that gentleman that was just speaking. He called up the court's office, got the official work. It's all official tissue, like a referee whistle. And now we on this. We already covered it though.
Knowing that yet known Main Street was under investigation, and no one knew Ross was the main witness. In an interview with Bomb First, Wack 100 claims that he became friends with Stutterbox because they were neighbors, and that they would occasionally hang out with girls. Wack 100 would go on to claim that one of the women he hung out with, he would later go on to see at the Wilshire Federal Building, dressed in a law enforcement uniform. Wack would go on to claim that these girls that he met while hanging out with Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, they asked him about drug buys and different things like this happened when he would hang out with him. In his interviews, he claims that it's these types of encounters that he believed led to an investigation on him. And, that's why his house was raided and all of these things. And like I said, it sounds very convenient and it sounds very plausible. But in later years, when Wack speaks about this arrest, and even when, he goes and gets cops to speak on his behalf about this arrest, it's never about drugs. And you know, he claims that these women who were with Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, you know, he claims that these women were asking him about kilos and drugs, and I guess, you know, they thought maybe he used his truck to transport drugs. But then when he gets his house raided, it's not about drugs. These type of stories, man, it's very important that, you know, like I said, we don't want to be first, man, but we want to be right. And the big thing about this story is that, you know, that video that hit World Star, a lot of people consider that video, you know, kind of retaliation for some things that Wack 100 and others have kind of been spreading, you know, some false stories about Nipsey Hussle's death. And that was something that we took into account, you know, when we spoke with the OG Spider Low, when we spoke with the dude Deuce, and we really, you know, when we did our own due diligence, and that was one of the main reasons why we was like, man, we really want to add our own due diligence into this. And I told them dudes, like, look, I want to make sure that it don't look like this is coming from a person who don't like Wack 100. You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing not to like somebody, and it's a whole nother thing to, you know, literally lay out layer by layer exactly, you know, why this dude is an informant and why he's basically admitted to it in interviews if you're able to piece the entire story together. So when we spoke with Deuce specifically, man, you know, and Big U, you know, his name came up. You know, this is what he had to say about, you know, Big U's involvement in the production of this original video about Wack 100.
Bro, this
then he jumped on No Jumper and implicated Big U in a conspiracy to commit murder, insinuating that it was done because Nipsey Hussle was up next for the grid contract.
Crazy shit.
On top of that,
he was making up shit.
He bring Loose Lip Cannon on No Jumper, coerce him, and have him also implicate him in supplying guns to the Rolling 60s.
After he already been saying Big U is the subject of a potential RICO case right now. He the one that told the world that.
That was crazy.
He been trying to say the feds is interested in Big U for RICO scenarios, and then he doubled down and come out there and talk about he's been selling 20 guns and all that. Wow.
And extortion. He implicated him in 3 different crimes. Well, total 5 different crimes because he listed 3 names in extortion.
That nigga said Rick Ross and Meek Mill didn't even know Big U sent you, huh? Wow.
Yeah, straight rats. But think about this also, bro. He said that I went on Federal Bureau of Prison website, right? If you go on there, type in Lamonte Sims, black, age 45, my case is gonna come out. It shows that I was released 2011 for federal custody.
Yeah, he cleared his
I'm
name.
no longer on federal probation or supervised release, none of that shit.
Okay.
But when he said that he had a RICO coming, and at another time they said he got picked up and the RICO was already coming. First of all, if you don't know the RICO coming because it's sealed until it drops.
Unless
you understand? So the only way you would know that a RICO was coming, if it was true, was if you had information from the police.
Figured out, don't even know. Big U was surprised to see it on World Star. Everybody know Big U got the World Star plug. Goofy, that you didn't tell no secret.
So why is people
so
why is people saying that this? Yeah, like I was gonna say, a lot of fans are saying this just like get back for the shit that they put on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, you know what you say, a lie unchallenged becomes the truth.
Facts.
So perhaps it is an answer, but it's not a fabrication. It's not a production.
Right. Well, let me tell you this, bro. I already worked on this. You've seen the other 3 videos. I don't have a louder voice of them. I needed a marketing plan, a marketing strategy. So when what's the name? When Big U seen it, he said, "Bro, more people need to hear this. I got the Check It In podcast. If you give me a license, I can let them promote it for you." On August 5th, 2008, only 5 months since the kidnapping of Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, a 7-minute wiretap conversation was recorded. The target of the wiretap is Mark Stevens, and he is recorded on the line with another target, Lindell Dale Dog Rouse, the alleged leader of the Main Street Mafia Crips.
During the call, Stevens is recorded asking Dale if he wants to speak with the Wack boy, to which Dale declines. Stevens goes on to say that he doesn't help him and that he called him out of the blue just the day before, August 4th, with the request.
No, they knew.
This recorded wiretap will also be transcribed for future court proceedings. In the official wiretap transcript document, and before you actually get to the conversation, it is noted that the man police refer to as confidential source 2, aka Beck, is stated as the person attempting to get in contact with Dale Dog through Mark Stevens. In this exact conversation, Stevens refers to the same man who wants to speak with Dale as the Wack boy. Coincidentally, the Wack boy, aka CS2, aka Beck, was calling to inform Stevens and Dale that Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, was an informant, and they were likely under investigation. Eventually, 7 Main Street Crips, along with alleged leader Liddell Dale Dog Rouse, were arrested and charged with the kidnapping of Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox. NBA star Shaquille O'Neal would even be questioned about his reported ties to the Main Street Crips, but Shaq was eventually cleared. Ultimately, the overall lack of evidence and inconsistency in Robert Ross's original story led to the charges being dropped.
Real.
What we want to do is we just want to lay out the facts. We want to lay out things that if you go through yourself, all of these interviews and all of these different pieces of information, if you were to go through all this information, none of this information is refuted. Wack 100 admits that he learned Robert Ross was an informant while he was picking up paperwork at the Wilshire Federal Building. This happened to be after his home was raided. He was never charged with anything. And, he admits he was there, and he admits that's when he learned Robert Ross was an informant. That's a fact. So that's the first fact. So the second fact that was very important in this case is that the LA County Sheriff wiretap transcripts stated that a man by the name of Beck, aka CS2, contacted Mark Stevens on August 5th. Well, he contacted him on August 4th, 2008, and Mark Stevens then contacted Dale Dog about this call on August 5th, 2008. Mark Stevens referred to this dude as the Wack boy, and the government referred to him as confidential source 2 and Beck. Also recently, this dude Wack 100, now he's claiming that he helped 7 Main Street Crips avoid jail. I guess recently he was in, on Clubhouse in the depth of the Cloud Chaser room, and he claims that, there's no way he could be a snitch because he actually helped 7 Main Street Crip members avoid jail. Which, to be honest, man, like we said, all of this really came full circle, man. That is exactly what CS2 did, aka Beck, aka the Wack boy. He called and he warned the Main Street Crips about a snitch, not even potentially. He called and warned them about a snitch. They were able to distance themselves and really shut down all communication, eventually causing these charges to get dropped. So basically at this point, like we said, man, at the beginning of the video, the boy Wack 100 has finally admitted that he is CS2. I guess his thing is nobody went to jail. He actually helped people get out of jail. But at the end of the day, man, Wack 100 is CS2 in that Main Street Crip, Mark Stevens, Liddell Ross paperwork. This the dude Wack 100, man. Shout out to the OG Spider Loke, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, he really tapped me into some real good insight and some real good information. Y'all check out his podcast because, like I said, he has interviews with Mark Stevens as well as Robert Ross Stutterbox. Even though Stutterbox, you know what I'm saying, he told, but at least you can hear, his part, and it does help kind of fill in certain gaps or whatever.
Salute to Street Certified News, man. He made a point that he tried to remain non-biased, get this information. I made a point to play other credible platforms. This YouTube streets. This ain't no Clubhouse. This ain't none of that. You feel me? So play other platforms, credible platforms, and they all saying different examples of the snake rat shit. You know, I was on Wack 100 show for a minute. I would have been wherever, could have hit him up and been up over there, but I got to remain non-biased too, and I got to speak up for what, you know what I mean? This is some snake behavior. This is bad. The boy is, CS2. It is what it is. People want to ignore it. People don't want to address it. I get that, but it is what it is, y'all. I'm probably not going to speak on this no more. I'm going to just speak on whatever's going on and whatever I feel like talking about on these YouTube streets. But I wrapped it all up in one big ass 8-ball. Now let me stop. Wrapped it all up, y'all. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Shout out to all the platforms, and shout out, to everybody. It's your boy Bush. We out of here. That was another reaction. Wack is a rat. We got all the examples. The boy is a snake. The boys say the streets is a myth, and he say the streets is not. You know what I mean? He's going back and forth with that. He don't know what to do. He's spiraling out of control. The show going down on No Jumper. The views is going down. The fucking Clubhouse TV, they will have to find another way, another angle. They shit ain't popping like it used to. Like when I used to fuck with it, nigga, be 500,000 views and shit like that. It's going down. Yeah. All y'all other credible platforms like Ray Gibbs and all y'all, salute to you for because I use your content today, but homie, you need to readjust. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, it's your boy Bush. Like, share, subscribe. Your boy getting better. I'm at practice. I got some surprises coming up. You heard? We out of here.
Check this out. You know what it is. It's your boy Bush. Just another reaction video. Let's get into it. Let's get in tune. Another perspective dedicated to my little bro, always Marco, and my big cuz, Maul Maji. Free Mace Lope. Let's get right to it.
I'm Bush, the host here to react. Got Bullite on my mind, mighty bull. He's got the flow, he's got the beat. Can't stop when I see his tweet.